Oh shit alert.
Yo, what's up? Detroit is definitely in the building via your headphone, stereo, and speakers. Of course, this is your man's the African Caesar. And we got the whole crew in here, minus Jumpman. The Contrarian of the show, Gino.
Yo.
Mr. Bot Topic himself, Dunks.
Yes, sir.
You sound so excited to be here right now.
Always.
Oh, and then, I don't know where he came from. Fresh from the Lakers championship parade.
Probably came
Guru.
from out the bubble.
Yeah, I know. Right.
I wish. Fresh off of
I
work.
was gonna say now that the NBA seasons is over, like they did the best job. Like, can we just slowly?
Oh, no,
keep,
for sure.
Can we just keep expanding that bubble until it covers the entire country? Like, is that,
That's what happens when you have millionaires and billionaires, they're in $1 million $1 billion property.
the NFL can't do it.
NFL
Because
make more money than this stuff.
where's the bubble? Where they gonna have?
The NFL can't. The NHL couldn't do it
Because they're not containing it to one location or one spot, which I don't know why they wouldn't. But anyway, I don't know.
College football can't do it either because they
Nope.
keep having cases. I think that would be harder to do. It is. That's why they shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, I agree. Because it's too many teams to keep in a bubble. Like that would just
Well,
be
and
a
you-
whole
and
state.
you
sending
got
in the-
college
and
students.
you sending them to class though. Like
Right.
a lot of
Yeah.
colleges, because they money hungry, voted kids to come back to campus so they can get money from room and board, so other businesses around there. So I mean,
And then I forgot what game it was.
At the end of the day, it's all about money.
It was. I think it was a Texas A&M or an Ole Miss game where it's like they literally damn near packed the stadium. People weren't like how we're separated. They
Yeah.
were like back on top of each other.
Some people just don't care, man. Like, you got people going around talking about it's a hoax and all this other stuff and downplaying it, and they just run around like, is it sycophants or sycophants? How am I saying that right? Sycophants.
Sycophants. Yeah.
They run around like sycophants. I mean, what you expect them to do?
That's a big ass word for me. Like, spell it.
Everything's taller than you.
I had that one coming.
Yeah, you did. It's a lot of things that go over your head. But no, like when you got all that going around, it's very easy for
It's easy for me
misinformation.
to get to the spot when I need to.
Are you really gonna start the show off like this?
what you mean? You started it like this.
Nah, he
You
started it.
started.
That's why he
You
said he had it
started.
coming.
No, you said something that just lit the fire underneath the him, but you were the match though. So
No,
it's all
he
good.
started it. I responded. That's why he said that he had it coming.
And then I responded back.
Yeah,
Speaking
exactly.
of had it coming, Warren Lotus and Nike.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the Warren Lotus thing. Also, there's the Travis Scott McDonald's thing, and then I'm pretty sure there's something else.
I was them dudes back hating again. I see.
Who hating?
You know who.
He's trying to be peaceful right now.
Previous foes, they were back hating on them Eric Highs, and I just sit back and watch like.
I do have my feelings about it. I think they took it too far, but we're gonna get into that too. But make sure to follow us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter at TSB_radio. You can follow us on Instagram at the _radio. And you can follow us on Facebook by looking up the Sneakerbox Radio Show page. And make sure to leave us a voicemail. I know there's a lot of things we talk about in the show, or it's things that you probably want us to talk about in the show. So if there's a topic you want to discuss, shoes that you want us to kind of go into detail about, or you want to respond to something that we said on the show, make sure to leave us a voicemail on our hotline at 248-677-1803. We'll pick up the best messages and address them on a future episode. And I believe we have a couple messages. But before we get into that, we're going to get to our Fab 5 sneaker releases from the previous week. Number 5. Shout out to Adidas. Adidas is trying to make some noise. We have the Ninja Special Edition Adidas Night Jogger Time Impact.
Trash.
No. It's decent. It ain't trash. What's trash about it?
The colorway, the silhouette,
Black and orange.
the concept.
Well, one shoe was orange, and then the other shoe was black.
It's a
actually-
it's a sneaker for video gamers.
Is it?
I mean, probably so. I mean, it's back behind a video gamer.
I thought it was. Listen, I'm not saying it's the greatest shoe ever. I mean, granted, this week once again, the releases.
Shout out to the guy getting paid to just play video games and get a sneaker deal off it.
I know, right? Like I'm so pissed off. Like all the times I played Golden now when I was a kid, if I'd have known that shit.
You feel me?
But no, I mean, the week is. I wouldn't say it's a slow release week. It's better than last week's. But
You said it's a night jogger, right?
yeah,
Those do better in Europe, any colorway, anyways.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of shoes that do better than you. I like those shoes. They don't make them my size, but I actually like them. That's one of the few
They're pretty
Adidas.
cool. They're pretty comfortable.
Are they?
They are comfortable. It's just You got to get.
They had a
past
Star
the
Wars
look.
pack. I think I had got my dad up here.
Did it?
Star Wars. It had Star Wars one, yeah.
But yeah, this Night Joker pack, I thought it was cool. Ninja is the video gamer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He came up off that Fortnite. That's what his rise
that's
to fame.
what- oh,
That's what
okay.
his rise to fame was. A Fortnite.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's relatively recent. That's kind of a quick.
I mean, he
turnaround
is
for a
kind of
collab.
like new, I guess you could
Okay.
say.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's been gamers that's been around, I would think, longer than him. That's what I always see. Once again, this goes back to the collab
Well, he
conversation.
branded his gaming on social media, which made
So that's what it is. He did a better job of branding. Okay. Because I was
I mean,
going to say.
look at his name.
I saw a
But
I
I
feel
saw
like
a I saw
Nike-
I saw a 12-year-old cry. He came in like 10th place in a Fortnite, but won like $300,000, and his dad was holding him. He was crying. I'm looking like, dog, are you serious? You just made more than what people make in 10 years.
Maybe he missed out on $1 million.
Bro,
but you
12
still
years.
made $300,000.
$1,000.
Yeah, but you
12.
missing the other 700,000.
How you can't miss it?
Well,
If
though,
you
you
don't
don't know
have
that.
it. You
He
don't
might know. What you
No,
mean?
you not missing it, bro.
Right.
Nah, not no 12-year-old, bro.
What tax
no.
accountant is this 12-year-old? Like, this-
Exactly.
right.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. You know.
Oh, my dividends.
Right. Hey, look.
Like-
all that time that he put into playing the game.
Come on, bro. He's 12 years
It
He
old.
like, man, I
paid
need-
off. It paid off.
I need my other 700.
Right. He's getting, first of all, he's getting paid to play. And then he wins a prize on top of that. Come on, bro.
Clearly, it wasn't enough.
That was
That's a very entitled 12-year-old.
I mean, it's
I feel like
2020.
This is another example of Adidas just not really knowing what to do.
No, I agree with you. And I'm, oh, man, I don't see, I hate.
Like the guys in the boardroom were like, "All right, let's get a popular video gamer."
I had a conversation with somebody today, and I guess I could say I was talking to Nightwing earlier, and he was just talking about how Nike, and even Adidas in some lesser extent, but mostly Nike, has made everybody think that throwing collabs with celebrities and anybody is the way to go, is the way to kind of boost your profile. And it can work in your favor, and it can also work against your favor when you don't collab with the right people, or the collabs turn out to be pieces of shit like the Union Forest. So, no, don't.
I feel like you were waiting on that one.
No, I really want to go
You
for
had
the J
that.
Balvins.
You had that saved, didn't
The
you?
J Balvins are even worse. The J Balvins are absolute
J Balvin
garbage.
is the worst collab.
That's the worst
Union
collab in
Forest
history.
don't
Like,
look as
find me
bad
a
with
worse
the
collab.
tank,
Well,
with that tank.
here's my beef with the J Balvin overall. That's the shoe that he wore last year.
I don't care. I don't,
That- to
first
me,
of all,
that's the pro-
It's
but
a shoe
that's-
that nobody should be wearing any year.
But no, I'm saying that's the
But
problem.
Travis
with the
Scott
collab.
always
Why
wear
are
his
you
shoe-
releasing a shoe that you seen a guy wear last year?
I mean,
he's not a.
You know why I'll say to
basketball
that,
player.
though?
Travis Scott does it all the time, though. We saw his shoes way beforehand. So,
and I was gonna say, like, we knew a Jordan 11 was gonna come out this Christmas, last Christmas. So I mean,
Yeah, but we didn't see anybody wearing it.
what difference does it make?
I'm just saying it just. If
Of
I know
course
that the
they
shoe
don't
is
get
already
this
produced,
Yeah.
that is
why are they not mass
Yeezys,
producing it?
Yeezy, Kanye did it too with the Yeezys. He wore them on.
I mean,
Nice
you already
But-
know how I feel about those
but-
shoes, so
Gotta
But-
have 'em.
But going on, I mean,
you're the only one in the room saying
at Nike HQ, they're able to make one-offs. They're able to make the samples and stuff. So they probably made his one pair for him to wear. But in order for them to
didn't
produce
expect,
it,
and didn't expect people to
But that's the point, though.
gravitate. Bullshit.
that's
They
the
knew what
point.
they
That's
were
the point.
doing.
It's supposed to drive up conversation. It's supposed to drive up hype.
If you gonna put a shoe like that on a person,
Yeah.
just release the shoe. Like what they did with the Justin Timberlake,
But they are.
with the
I mean, there's no release date.
with the Taker 3.
Yeah.
You saw him wear the shoe. What was it, like a week later? They released the shoe.
Nah, I think they dropped it during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They did.
They dropped
No,
it while he wore it.
his version of it, the one that came out with his album, that brown and
Oh, the
orange
brown
one.
one.
Yeah.
Well, but the
Nobody
white
cared
one
about
dropped
that.
first, though. The white
Yeah.
one dropped first when he wore it at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like when I see
Hold up,
somebody
J
wear a shoe,
Balvin premiered his shoes at the Super Bowl too, and they just didn't drop.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying.
That's what he just said.
Somebody order food?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah. So,
You don't want that in here.
Hey,
okay.
he's very important.
Wow.
I'll allow it.
You gonna leave it out there? You brave.
Hey, look, Dave basically said, "Get that shit out of
Yeah.
here."
that is
No, I'm
smart.
talking about, dude. I eat there all the time. The problem is,
It's so close.
the smells get trapped in the acoustic tiles, and so yeah.
You
We're in a
just
shoe-
What is?
We're
Oh, so
literally
it was a place
recording from a
downstairs.
shoebox.
Oh, okay. I thought you were Uber
still
Eats or
Dave,
something.
Dave, the Kimbe Mutombo.
Yeah, he was like, no.
That shit.
Yeah. Get out of here. I thought he was gonna slap the food out of her hands.
That's dude. Genevieve is the Asian grandmother that I never knew I needed. Like that woman is amazing. And
No,
her
that food is
phenomenal.
pretty good down there.
Yeah.
I like though. I thought he had just Uber eat it.
No, he was. Yeah, he was just pulling up Spicoli and have a pizza delivered in the middle class. Sweet. Did you see that house is up for sale? And I'm sorry to completely sidetrack you, but I'm about to. Yeah, for $740,000.
You would think it would be going for more.
You too can own the house that Phoebe Cates popped out of the pool in. Yeah,
You would think that would go for more though. Somebody's gonna Uber that. I mean, not Uber, Airbnb that. Watch.
probably.
Yeah, that'd be smart on their part.
I'd stay there for a weekend Airbnb. I'm not gonna buy the place.
I wonder how much that would go for. Where's that at?
Like way suburbs, kind of rural California.
That's what I
Yeah.
figured. Yeah. But no, going back to this Night Jogger, it's cool. I ain't saying it's the greatest release, but number 5.
I mean, it's on the list, so it must be pretty good.
It was decent. I mean, it's for Adidas too. Though. I mean, Adidas needed to win.
Because we know you weren't putting the Yeezy up there, right?
Fuck no. Number 4, another Adidas. The Adidas Street Ball Core Black Solar Green. Once again, a decent shoe. I thought it was a pretty. I like the Adidas Street Ball. I actually like the silhouette. It's decent. Not saying it's the greatest thing ever, but it's a decent. I thought that colorway was probably one of the best colorways. Granted, it's all black with green laces, so I don't know what that says about the silhouette, but it's a decent shoe. You see it?
Yeah, it must be a slow week.
It is.
Okay, it makes sense now. So
Say that's not decent.
Wait,
Say that's not a decent shoe.
So why don't you like a Yeezy?
Why don't I like Yeezy?
I mean, because it basically kind of reminds me of a Yeezy.
Because it's not a Yeezy.
Let me see it.
Well, that's not the exact colorway, but that's the style. That's what I'm saying. It looks like the Yeezy basketball shoe.
To you, this shouldn't be on the top 5, and to you, this looks nothing like a Yeezy.
Look at this colorway.
Pull up the colorway. Listen, what do I always say though? Sometimes a colorway can make or break a shoe. This definitely made the shoe. Now pull up the colorway.
What's the one?
Core black and solar green. I say that all the time.
Gino said it best.
Like
It's
for
a
instance,
slow week.
like the 35s, right? The 35s. I love the 35s, but that first colorway, the 35s, is horrible.
The fragment colorway.
Huh?
Have you seen the fragment colorway
The
coming
35.
Yeah, the
are
35.
just, I just can't get jiggy with them, and I love the 34.
Okay, maybe I should say
It's
I love them.
growing
I
on
like
me.
them.
'Cause
I like the
last week I was
35s.
saying I didn't
34s
like
was
it,
the
but
35s
34s are great.
They're just like they made the hole bigger, then they made the shoe fatter. It's just
The 35s are an extension of the 34s.
It's always good when you make the hole bigger.
it's just
you gotta
like
be careful. Though.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
And it got that reading rainbow stitch going across like this in a half moon circle. I
say they're not decent, Gino.
They're not.
Get the fuck.
Let me see it.
Gino, living up to his name, the Contrarian.
They look just like a Yeezy.
They do not look
Thank-
just like a
thank
Yeezy.
you.
No, they
What's
don't.
that,
The only
Wave
one,
Runners?
No, they
the
don't.
only
They
one
kinda
they're
do look like a
reminiscent
Wave
of
Runner.
is
No,
the
they
Wave
don't.
Runners.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Wave Runner. Yeah, they're not bad. They are.
And I honestly, and I've even said before that
But then
I
they
don't
even got
hate
like a
the
Yeezy
Wave
looking
Runners.
colorway.
They
Runners
look
too.
more like that Oswego.
Like, come on
or
now.
whatever.
Like
I've
that-
said, listen, I've said.
You see
I've
this
said-
colorway of it?
That's horrible.
Does that look like a Yeezy?
That does.
Okay, thank you.
That does.
That
Listen,
makes me feel better.
But what I would say this, the Wave Runners are not my most
You guys
hated
don't even
Yeezys.
know what Yeezys look like.
Those are not my most
Ugly
hated
as
Yeezys.
shit. It look like
You see an ugly Adidas shoe and say it looks like a Yeezy.
man, any ugly shoe looks like
That's what he
Yeezy.
would say. Because he got to be the contrarian. He's living up to his name.
I gotta hate, man.
Get off my headphone jack, please.
My bad.
Yeah, yo, bad. All right, I don't even. It's too
Just
many
go
chords.
to number 3.
It's too
And
many
number
chords,
3 of
man.
this
Alright.
week's amazing sneaker list.
Yeah, what Yeezy about to be on here now?
All right, the Adidas Yeezy. Number 3, we have the Nike Zoom Freak 2 Dusty Amethyst. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Amethyst. Okay, yeah. Decent shoe. Once again, nobody's doing cartwheels over these joints. Like, name me a shoe that was.
Okay, the Dunk E or Eco's coming out. Why is that not on the list?
Because I'm trying to do it within the week span of the show dropping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
You
makes
just
sense.
you just
Yeah.
crossed the what's that? The fourth wall? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I knew what it was.
Thank you, Deadpool.
Yeah.
No, I it's a decent shoe.
He looked dead today.
It's a decent looking shoe. I thought y'all kissed and made up. I thought y'all was doing the whole shake and bake. Or
Oh, wait. You mean
He can't decide if he wants the sneaker or not.
oh, Guru missed that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Gino sold himself.
It still didn't get him right.
Right.
Hey,
and
look,
all
what,
that
hey,
pandering.
because they're going cheaper on Flight Club right now.
But after shipping and fees and tax,
Yeah, I can get it for the same
Wow.
price, and just that way I can't get it
Wow.
from you.
right? So don't.
So
support
don't charge you
local.
No Joe Kicks prices.
Terrible.
Yeah, No Joke Kicks brag, and then I gotta worry if it's fake or not.
I'll tell you the funniest story ever about No Joke Kicks is they were selling a lot of Jordans on the wall for like $400 or $500. Meanwhile, the Nike store opens and selling them for like $60, $70. And it's just like, bro, you cannot be that disconnected to.
I just
That's
feel
what it
like the pictures I see of their store, like on Instagram, and granted, I haven't been in there in years. It looks like they're just going further and further away from selling shoes.
Well, he's trying to sell the clothing and stuff. Well, he sees Urban Necessities. Shout out to JC, by the way, in the Nautica collab. But
yeah, but I mean, if you're trying to sell,
he sees what they're doing and is like, all right, well, how can I do that?
This ain't the place for it.
No, bro, it really isn't. Tried telling them a couple times. Detroit is not Las Vegas. Detroit is not New York. Detroit is not Los Angeles. You have to know your market. Trying to sell $1,000 shoes. Yeah, you might get one dude or two dudes a year or however often they come in the store to do it, but you're not gonna have that. First of all, you ain't got the foot traffic.
It's in an odd spot.
It's in a very odd spot. But even if people knew where it was, Detroit does not have that type of market like, once again, in New York, where you're going to have millions of people with disposable cash. Or Chicago, with disposable incomes trying to,
Shout out
buy
to Scully.
stuff. Yep, shout out to him. Stadium Goods. So you got to know your market. He doesn't know his market. Like,
Shout out to Scully as we still talk about No Joke Kicks.
no. Shout out to StockX, too, I guess.
Everybody seems to be doing bad when he leaves.
Man, I said that last week. I've never seen anybody rebound and land on their feet.
Hey, StockX added.
As often as him.
Gino's gonna correct me. Yu-Gi-Oh.
I think it's called Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic the Gathering cards.
Nerds rejoice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, next thing they know, they're gonna sell Dungeons and Dragon dice.
yeah. Like, I don't know, Game of Thrones action figures. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information. Like, I don't watch Yu-Gi-Oh.
So is it safe to say they're just gonna turn to eBay?
Yeah.
Don't ever disrespect eBay like that.
Hey, yeah. That's
I feel like
relevant.
eBay stuff like I said, like Sneakers app and StockX, all the girls that you was trying to get, everybody wanted, and had bad experiences with, but everybody thought she was so beautiful. eBay was a chick that been down with you since day one, still held your back, still let you come back.
So she the girl
and
next door.
eBay's adding authentication centers.
I wish they wouldn't.
Why?
I wish they wouldn't. Because, one, you exposing yourself to a lot of things. Like, so with the whole authentication thing, now that's going to give people a reason to, like, not want to do business with you and complain about your business and all this other shit. I just feel like you open up a Pandora's box. How eBay had it, where it's like, look, you do your due diligence, you do the homework,
But as
decide what
fakes,
to do.
but as fakes grow, you
kinda have to.
Yeah, you have to though.
Like,
It's
no,
not like
'cause now-
05 where you can notice.
Because now what they authenticating? Just the shoes, right?
No, they do
Only-
watches too. They
well,
do watches first. That was their
purchases-
first authentication.
But what I'm
Purchases
saying is
over
eBay
$100.
sells too much stuff for them to authenticate. So now, okay, so yeah, you're going to set up watches. You're going to authenticate sneakers. What about comic books? What about other shit? Like,
But you do it by your sales traffic. Like if these are the two most selling things on my
I'm just saying,
platform,
I
why
just
not
feel
start
like that's
there?
Like,
that's too much.
I'm all for it. They're adding jobs.
And it's hard. It's not like 05 where you
guess.
can look like if you buy a Jordan 9 that has SpongeBob on it, you deserve to get like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if it's like if you
But it
need
is
a
harder,
user-
though.
Yeah, so that's why you would need. I say you would need the service for it because
Man.
it now.
Plus-
When those were floating around,
Plus,
oh God.
plus for me, and that's the reason why I still mess with eBay, because one, I knew what I was looking for, but then two, I ain't got all the downtime, because like when you buy from StockX and from Golden, especially now with the whole COVID thing, they're just backed up to Lord knows why. I mean, people ain't getting their shit for like 2 months.
I bought a staff Travis Scott McDonald's T-shirt,
Mhm.
and it took a month to tell me it failed.
That's what I'm saying. Like you just adding more of the wait time to it. If I'm eBay personally, I'm like, look, it wasn't broke. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like people were like, well, we're not going to mess with you because of StockX. eBay was still making bread. StockX was trying to chase eBay. eBay wasn't trying to chase StockX.
if you're eBay and you keep getting these complaints or these submissions, of
Who's to
people
say they
getting
were,
frustrated.
though?
Hold up, didn't StockX hire one of eBay's?
Yeah, the CEO is
yeah.
from eBay.
So my thing is to keep doing that. Is just be like, yo,
But who's to say they were getting complaints?
I know what I'm saying. If you were getting complaints, it would be.
Yeah, if they were, that's something different.
Yeah, we don't have the access
Which
to the
I'm
information.
pretty
though,
sure
or
they were.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, because Because what people would they would
And
take.
plus, the way they had it is like if the product ended up being fake or is not as advertised, you could always send it back and get your money back. So once again,
But you would have to prove to eBay and the seller that it's fake, which means you have to go somewhere else. And that place is like, what makes it more credible to me than you have that?
or you could just point out the flaws.
I mean, everybody.
Yeah,
I did
but,
that.
but
Like,
sometimes,
okay,
but
bam,
sometimes
bam.
the flaws are a lot harder to
And
point out because
and-
fakes are getting better and better.
And everybody
Well, they are
doesn't
getting
have
better
your
and better.
and everybody doesn't have your sneaker knowledge or sneaker overlook. So I mean,
Okay.
that's
or your influence.
Yeah, someone who's not a sneaker.
Call it what it is.
Someone sent me a link to a pair of off-white Air Max 90s for like $150. I was like, hey, are these
You know
legit?
that's fake.
And I was like, come on, bro. And it's like I had to remember, like most people just aren't that knowledgeable.
know.
or
They
into
don't
it,
know.
You know,
You
like
get-
we
They
know
They
every
looked at
sneaker.
that, was like, oh,
we
shit,
know
I got a
every
deal.
sneaker that's dropping for like the next 2 years, right?
Right.
This person looking at a sneaker that dropped 4 years ago doesn't know left from right.
That's true.
That's another reason why I say don't get in the game if you ain't
just-
trying to.
I don't know, just
if you
for
ain't
me,
trying to educate yourself.
I just feel like a bag of worms that I just would not want to open. That's just me. But number 2, shout out to Reebok. Reebok made the list.
I'm gonna start doing the top 5 on my own again.
The Reebok. It'll be just dunks and
Jordans.
Yeah. Dunk. Oh god.
Slam.
Number
Dunk.
That's okay. Number 2, you got the Reebok. You got the Reebok Peace Train collection. I actually thought it was a pretty good collection. It was a pretty clever collection. I don't like every shoe, but the majority of the collection was pretty dope. I think my favorite was the was it the Kamikaze? I believe. I'm not sure. I think it was the Kamikaze, but somebody attacking his lunch.
You know what, Bill Cartwright with the fucking warm up on. So I've been letting you get off the hook right now. You nigga got his first lineup coming here like he came from fucking United Center. Want to pop off? Why you sipping?
I'm just mad you
fuck
call him Bill
your
Cartwright.
your Bigsby coffee sipping self like. I let you get 2 off, man. Now, I ain't gonna let that third one pass.
Oh man. You
Never-
finished?
Never thought we'd get a Bill Cartwright reference.
I know Bill Cartwright never thought he'd get a Bill Cartwright reference.
Hey, speaking of Reebok, they got that,
Only because it was funny, I'm gonna let that slide.
Reebok's got that Billionaire Boys Club collab coming on.
They ruined that. They could
Thank you.
just bring out the old ice creams with the beepers on it and everything like that. Just bring that out.
Thank you.
That's
I
all
was
you
just
had to
about
do.
say.
You didn't go out your way. I don't want no ice cream cones on no Reebok Classic with the other ones. They wasn't
It's
on the
the
Answer
Witherspoon
5.
colorway.
They wasn't on the Answer 5. I didn't like that they put them on the Answer 5. Just you have the blueprint. Just bring it back out, just like you made it. You go out your way to mess things up, and that's why I look at sneaker companies like how. But
But they don't know what to do, so now they're just throwing shit against the wall.
That collection is trash. though,
If
by the
you
way.
don't know how
Shut
to,
up, Gino.
if you don't know how to eat leftovers after you cooked them the night before, then you don't deserve to eat, and that's exactly
But
what
these
they
people
did.
don't even know how to
That's
cook,
it.
Guru.
Like,
Damn.
like you
They don't even know how
don't.
to
You want
cook,
them to
though.
starve?
No, because only
You
thing you gotta
talking
do is
about
heat it up in the microwave. That's the only thing you gotta do. That's
You
the only
talking
thing
about
they had to do.
leftovers? They don't even know how to cook in the first place.
I'm going to be
No,
those
because
after this.
the beef,
I'm getting hungry.
the ice creams were nice though. I ain't for it. The ice creams were nice, but
No, I mean I think a part of it though is if you look at it, what they did what they did the question low.
Yeah,
They've been dropping a lot of that shoe. I think that's the only reason where it was like, hey, look, we making this the shoe for us this year.
the people who like BBC don't like questions.
I agree.
So that's the
no, I'm
fail.
right. I'm right there
Yeah,
with
so
you, but
that
it's just
doesn't
kind of
make
like
sense.
trying to think from maybe their perspective and
But
say,
they must
if-
like Witherspoons.
well, because it that's trending. That's popular right now. Well, not now.
Or
Well,
hype.
amongst the community is really not.
Well, what's not
Trending.
trending?
I'm letting
Sean-
him argue himself.
I basically did. Sean Witherspoon.
But that was hype beast stuff. You did the hype beast thing.
If you
That's
would have
why
dropped that a year ago,
and BBC don't have the same that it had before.
Honestly, I forgot they even existed till just now.
I mean, they
so.
still the clothes are still
the
nice.
clothes
They just
still
did-
dope as hell.
But it just like Pharrell and Jay and Eclipse made that a thing. You know what I'm saying? When
Whatever
those
happened to
dudes-
play clothes?
that stopped like they brought it back like what 2014 and
yeah,
kind of
it just it
had like
it
a
fizzled.
6-year run, 7-year run off and on. So
Shit, what happened to Rockaware?
I mean, it was sold for like $300 million. That's why. So
What happened to MLLA or Minimal LA?
they still going around. A lot of people wearing that. I see. On
The jeans are
Instagram.
still. The
Yeah,
jeans still
you're
popping.
welcome.
Yes.
Yo, I meant my boxes.
Yo, what?
I meant what happened to my boxes.
You didn't get your stuff?
Well, yeah, I could use some more.
You better
I'll
hit him up
call.
for a discount code.
I'll call Nick. I'll tell him. Like,
I didn't mean to put it out like that, but yeah, I'll wear more shit for sure.
Oh, I got you.
Well, shout out to Bait if we going down that road. Then, yeah, because they looked out for me.
Who?
Who?
Bait.
Yeah.
Ah, that's. Oh,
You got a deal, but you ain't tell nobody.
Hey, look, I'm working on it.
Pepsi collab.
Just in case
This would be definitely separate.
Damn.
I did cop some new
They
Pepsi
got
though.
that Gino collection coming out.
No, shout out to Bait though, man. They did look out. I appreciate.
It's gonna be sold at Baby Gap.
Does anybody shop at what's that? DXL?
Nah, it's Casual Men XL.
No. Didn't know they sold 8-9 clothing there.
They do
Ah,
because of me. You're welcome.
the Caesar
Hey,
collection.
so I know you want to talk Lakers and LeBron, right?
No,
we gotta get the number one. We gotta get the number one. We gotta get the number one.
Jesus, that's
Alright.
gonna
We
be
got.
30
Hey, look.
minutes
I
segment.
We gotta
I
give
was
him
gonna-
his whole time.
I got a list of shit to get.
Jesus,
I'm surprised he didn't come in with his victory cigar.
I'm saying.
Hey man,
Did you actually smoke that
That's
cigar?
right. No, I didn't smoke that cigar. I don't want mouth cancer. I looked it up. Mouth cancer and throat cancer. I didn't smoke it.
So you bought it. You bought a perfectly
Don't
good
light
cigar.
it. Just bite it.
Yeah, just for the shit. Yep.
What
Sure
about the
did.
champagne? Did you drink
I
that?
did drink the champagne. Don't get it twisted. I did
Duh, all of that.
did drink the
And
champagne.
Like
the
that, I
number
was like,
one
all that for a
shoe?
drop of clout. Like,
I didn't do it. No, let's get it twisted now. I don't do it for clout. I did it for my own personal use. Like that was for me. Yeah, I wanted people to scroll by it, because I pissed them off, but
Who?
I didn't do it for clout.
who pissed off?
People to scroll by were pissed off.
Oh,
Brian
oh,
and stuff like that.
oh.
So that's why, man. I didn't do it for no clout.
Hey, and the number one shoe,
Oh, the number one shoe.
the Jordan Union Force.
Get the fuck out of here. That would never make the list.
Number one.
No, actually, the Nike Kobe 5 Pro 5 rating.
The shoe that I took an L on that so hard today.
Man, I forgot it.
They
came
got
out
me
there.
for-
I was working.
That
Shit.
got me for 7 nails. So I'm on the into the drawing for Nike. Then I go on the Dick's Sporting Good website to be in line. Then I go to Foot Locker, all sizes available, out of stock. While you click on them.
I think it's
I'm
cute.
just-
You guys still think you have a chance manually.
So I mean, in the words of Nipsey Hussle, I
That
knew
was
the
dirty.
I knew the outcome. We still try. Well, man, if people were like honest people, you know what I'm saying?
Did you go for him, Dunks?
I did. Foot sites dropped less than 1,000 pairs. I think it was only Foot Locker and East Bay.
Oh, well.
Shoe Palace dropped and they switched to Shopify, but I was not aware till it was too late.
Did you score on him?
No.
So there you have it.
So that's crazy. Is that you got? Let me get this right. So you have a computer system, and you have like little computer antivirus to get in there and knock us out called bots.
Oh,
and
I
you
have
end-
to. I
And
have
you
to get
ended
rid
up
of all
with
the
the same
antivirus.
fate as us normal people.
Yes, but I don't really have an interest in Kobe's or reselling the Kobe's, so I'm not really putting much time or effort.
Yeah,
Just
I
went for a
respect that.
few. I'm more so just like beta testing.
But I'm saying
software.
you tried though. Not your efforts here, but you still tried.
Yeah.
It's
I
still
woke
the
up.
same thing.
I woke up and ran. Yeah.
What would you have done if you would have hit on him?
So
Probably tried to oop them to you guys,
Oh, okay, that's
like last time, but then you flip flop on me.
yeah, I did. I don't even want it from you no more.
I was just trying to get a pair because I wanted a pair of Kobe 5s, but
I honestly slept
they
through.
almost like off white, and I'm looking like I almost
They had
paid.
those in your size?
I ain't even. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know.
Well, they do. They sent him Anthony Davis pair. Not the season of it. But anyway,
They,
both
sit,
sides
they gonna
fit.
send him that gold pair?
Both sides fit down, so-
The union.
that was shoe
pairs.
surgeon. Somebody else did. That was a custom.
It was really meant for
was
C's,
a
but
season,
you know,
Wow.
Anthony Davis intercepted it.
Yeah.
Wow. You make one list and people lose their mind.
I think there's.
That's
another
not the
Kobe
first
pair
list you
coming
made.
up.
Come on now.
That is the first list. I did.
Whatever, man.
You argue with CEOs.
He's probably in Our magazine.
One. No, two. But
Let's see.
Exactly.
But hold up. So if we're doing the show retroactively or whatever to
God
accommodate
damn it, Gino. This
everything,
is Gino. So I'm still used to arguing with Gino.
but I'm saying on that logic, if the Kobe 5 rings is on the list, how can the dunk tomorrow not be on the list?
When are the dunks tomorrow coming?
Tomorrow.
Oh, well, okay. I ain't like him, apparently.
Damn. Wait, which dunk was it?
It's called the E, which is short for eco, but it's kind of like an extension of the space trash, but it's the first SB one. It's like the lemon wash, sort of.
Oh, that one.
Let me see.
I wasn't a fan of that.
Put up Gino. Gino.
Damn, do I?
For what
do
it's
I
worth-
fucking not have a name?
Half the fun of making a list is deliberately leaving something off of it so that people get pissed off and start commenting on your list.
Well, of course, Dunks is going to be pissed.
That's
There's no Dunks.
There's no
on the
Dunks.
What was the
on
name
it.
of it again?
list. E.
E.
But why are you looking that up?
You've never
not
seen
get
like the
speed.
top 5 burger joints or like top 5 Mexican
I
restaurants.
know, I get mad every time.
and like, and
In-N-Out
there's
is
an
on there.
obvious one that they're completely missing. There's a reason why they're completely missing it.
Have you been, okay, thoughts on In-N-Out real quick, since we gotta talk about food every show.
Why?
I don't think I've tried it.
They're not here, but they're great.
No,
Oh,
they're
God
not.
damn it,
Oh my goodness.
Dave. Between Cleveland and In-N-Out.
The Cleveland had good
I've
food.
never been. I've only been to the ones in California. I didn't even know there was one in Cleveland.
No, would you tell him?
Cleveland had a good food spot that we went ate at the
Oh,
soul
that-
food
that
joint.
soul
Yeah,
food-
so
that-
I had no
that was
problem.
it.
Yeah, I have no problems with Cleveland.
Oh,
I mean,
are we gonna get back to how
no,
wrong you are about
I just wanna
Cleveland?
know because Guru was
No,
there.
are we gonna get back to how wrong you are about
No,
Cleveland?
Guru.
That's what I just said. I don't have no problems with Cleveland.
Guru. Every time we go to Cleveland, has there been really anything to do in comparison to the other places we've been to?
I mean, no, but you can't blame it on that city. I mean,
Yeah, you can.
I mean, they're not off. They're not the
What?
Bay Area. They're not California. They don't
exactly.
have- but I don't. I look at them for who they are.
Dude,
though.
we found shit to do. Maybe the problem might have been you.
It was nothing to do.
I'm sorry. 2 middle-aged white guys opened up Yelp and searched on dive bar, sorted by lowest
Man.
rated, and had the greatest weekend
And
ever.
y'all go to that bar in the hood where y'all almost
Was
got
you with us?
kidnapped? No, I was not with y'all. I chose safer routes.
How are you going to kidnap Caesar?
Where you and Unboxed? No,
No,
yeah,
it was me and Buckeye.
Buckeye. Yeah, so and he's from
I thought
there.
you was with us. Right.
He almost got kidnapped from the city he's from. So,
No. It's the lobby.
I saw the lie. I ain't saying getting into that, man. I mean, it was funny. You told that story before. I'm gonna leave it at
No.
that.
Yo.
But that was
Your
my
reaction to that was hilarious.
Well,
I could
I
not
mean-
conduct business with you standing there.
because it was just so obvious and it was just everywhere. And
My
the
man had a
elevator.
Fox mask on. I'll tell you about that after the show. Dave.
But-
It was ridiculous.
But no, I had no problem with the Cleveland. But no, In-N-Out, I can't get with. It can't get. If you got to put all that on your fries, then it's not.
Thank
the
you.
meat.
Oh no!
Yeah,
See,
no.
I'm judging them just by the burgers. Like
I
The
feel like
burgers
the
are okay.
They're okay. There's nothing.
There's nothing to call home about.
Five Guys got better burgers than In-N-Out.
Whataburger got a better burger.
You know who I miss?
Red
Fat
Coat.
Burger. Like, how did Fat Burger
Yeah, I do miss Fat
not
Burger.
succeed in Michigan? Like, we're all overweight.
Gino, where's the show at?
How did Fat Burger not?
I looked it up. I
you
didn't
get
like
a
it.
fried egg
wanted
on
to
your
see
burger?
You got a phone?
God damn it, Gino.
Red Robin burgers ain't bad either.
Red Coat is the best burger.
Is that a place on Royal Oak on Woodward or something?
Mm,
Oh, that's cool. I don't know who got the best.
I don't know who got the best burgers.
Best burger?
We might as well just make
Cheesecake
this a
Factory got
we
a
need to
Kobe
just make
burger
this a
that's
segment of
bigger.
the show, like a food segment, because we always dive off
I would
into
do a
that.
burger podcast.
Best burgers. Who got the best burgers?
It ain't In-N-Out, I can promise you that.
Cheesecake
In-N-Out.
oh
They got
no, they're
nice
not the
Kobe
best
burgers.
by any
Yeah,
stretch of
yeah,
the
yeah.
no.
But let Jumpman tell it.
It's got to be a Coney.
Jumpman will have you thinking In-N-Out
No,
is
it
the
can't
best
be no
burger place
Coney.
ever.
Why can't it be a Coney?
Because they burger come from the freezer.
It don't matter. They still prepare pretty
no,
good.
it doesn't. No.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
What
Good
about
Coney burger.
Greens or Hunter House?
What?
Greens or Hunter House?
I
Was
ain't
like
good.
the old school like 50 diner, 60 diner.
no, we don't
See,
do
if you could do that, go Telway.
We're not. Yeah, we're not allowed to do in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
We didn't eat at the same diner, so
Yeah.
so that we don't do that.
We had our green book.
Oh!
Damn.
when I go to Bob Evans, that's pushing it. So
You're not going to Cracker Barrel anytime soon?
I ain't gonna front. Cracker Barrel, nice.
Barrel slap.
Cracker
Thank you.
Barrel
I ain't gonna
slap.
lie, but I feel awkward as hell when I go there.
Hey,
Cracker
me
Barrel.
too.
Feel like that
Dude, I'm
water
so, I
eyes
want,
on you?
as a middle-aged white guy, I want to know when they're changing their name.
I'm like,
Cracker Barrel, yeah, Cracker Barrel got good
I
pancakes.
know y'all don't want me here, but y'all gonna give me this catfish.
Nah,
and eggs.
Bob Evans is looking like.
Bob Evans.
Bob
I
Evans, I was
refuse
like,
to. Nah.
can I still vote? Do it feel like it?
Well, I mean, their tagline is "Down on the farm."
Nah,
I mean, that's,
Bob
yeah.
Evans is like eating at a Trump rally. I'm good.
That dude got good. That dude got good home fries though. They got the best home fries though. I ain't going front. They got best home fries.
I'm straight.
They got best home fries.
Eat that at Trump.
I was like, nope, I ain't letting you make my food. Like, there's a Biden supporter. All right, put that secret sauce on there. No, I'm good.
Actually, you know, so as much as you hate them,
What?
ever since McDonald's switched their quarter pounders away from their frozen stuff
Yeah.
to only fresh,
Yeah.
they've gotten a lot better. Like their quarter pounder and double quarter pounder are decent. They're not phenomenal,
Still
but
a
they are
place I'm not
decent.
gonna eat at.
I'm straight.
Where?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Oh, okay, I'm done with McDonald's. I get pissed when my son tells me he ate McDonald's with his mom. I'm like, that food real, Dad? No, it's not.
No,
man.
it's not real. No,
Like,
Listen,
no, don't
if I have a
eat there.
choice,
Like,
I'll.
It
So,
meets the minimum requirement to be food.
it is,
Let me see.
and so like, but
I
like
never pulled it up.
a Wendy's double
We
above
kept
that.
talking about food.
If I have to do fast food, it'll be kind of like Wendy's. But outside of that, I don't really care.
Yeah, Wendy's is the spot.
That's the only reason on the burger steaks better. You have to go to certain Wendy's because customer service can be terrible.
Right.
I asked for hot fries. Like, yo, these fries are not hot. That's why I asked for hot fries because I know how you guys get down. Like, and then they get mad. Like, you typed it on the computer. How you get mad at something not
Chick-fil-A is overrated in the sense it's
No,
not
it's not.
Hold on,
Chick-fil-A is
let me finish. Overrated in the sense that it's not worth 2-hour waits.
No, Chick-fil-A is overrated in every sense.
No, the food is good. But
Dave, high five me.
come on, man.
No, dude, they're not that good.
I enjoyed the food. The food is really good. The waffle fries are
okay.
good. The nuggets are good.
It's a decent chicken sandwich.
Thank you.
It is not.
You would think it would have changed your life if you eat it.
Here you go. Even though it's run by a cult, Culver's.
I love
Phenomenal burger.
No,
Culver's is good.
No,
bro.
I'll
Culver's
go,
is
you
good.
got to be fat to eat at Culver's.
Yeah.
Culver's
That's
is
that
great.
butter burger.
And the milkshakes. that
Culver's
you get.
is
good as hell.
great.
No, it's not.
Culver's is great.
You gotta
The
be
fries-
you gotta be
No,
milkshake.
you don't got to be fat, but you will be.
I can't.
after
I don't
you eat
like
a
fries.
Steak and shake
Facts.
burgers are great too. I like
No,
steak and shake.
Them shits
fries
run
are
through you.
Do they even
bland.
exist anymore?
Yeah, that's like
Oh, I
couple-
can't remember the last
think-
But
one.
no, Culver's is
I eat a
great.
steak and shake burger before a Culver's burger.
No,
I can't get down.
no.
I can't
Oh,
get
no.
down.
I do a Culver's burger.
Do those Mormons know how to make a burger?
That's on the Mormons?
Oh yeah.
Damn it.
You never walked into a Culver's and noticed that they're all like.
I never walked into a Culver's.
Oh, so like
I go to the drive-thru.
every Culver's I've ever walked into, it's like walking to an episode of Children of the Corn. It's all
wow.
like blonde-haired, blue-eyed
Oh, no, it's not
teenagers
like that.
behind the counter, and I found out why. It's because the main franchisee is a Mormon,
I didn't know that.
and it's part of their outreach and work program that they go work
What?
at one of these restaurants and do their thing.
I just learned
Man,
something.
that shit probably slapping Utah.
I'm saying. We should go to Utah just.
Definitely ain't
Dunks
going
is the one to ring the
Utah.
bell. Nah,
So
I
I
have no
won't be
interest in going
going.
to
Say,
Utah.
you might be anti-Mormon.
He's Jewish.
I would recommend everyone watch the South Park Mormon.
Oh, I
episode.
know.
I'm
Right?
just-
Man, that's what instantly popped in my head.
LeBron
Dumb.
eights.
Huh?
LeBron eights. We're finally going to see some good LeBrons.
Yes.
You guys always put LeBrons on your top 5 list. I never understand why.
What?
We're finally going to have good LeBrons.
Well, he doesn't like basketball shoes like that.
So here's my thing. Like,
Bro, you
I
tripping.
expect you to say that because that's when everybody came around. Like, the LeBron 8s is like equivalent to what Jordan 11s are. That's when everybody came along. Like, that was before the Jordan 3s and 5s and other sweet Jordans before that. But nobody paid attention from a general aspect until the 11s. Same thing with the LeBron 8s.
Hell,
Like,
you can't
zone
don't even just say the LeBron 8s. It was when the South Beaches came
Yeah,
out.
so that was
Honestly,
that was the first color to drop of the 8s.
well, I'm saying that was
That's what
like
got me into LeBrons.
Yes.
exactly.
If I
Nobody
didn't-
that
even if
his
I didn't
whole
even say-
his whole run didn't exist until the LeBron
I
8
mean,
South Beach.
some people look at the
Yes.
Jordan 11s like that. After 11, 12, 13s, they love. But
Hey,
even
no,
before that-
Luber, the guy who started StockX, his first shoes were the Jordan 11 Concords, he was saying.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I mean,
that's typical of him.
that's
to
just
say
what I
that.
mean. But
He also loved that Air Max BW, that black and purple one.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he got like 12 pair of them.
Yeah, after the fact. He had to keep up with the line.
But yeah, I ain't gonna say all that. But, I mean, to each his own. I gotta stop saying, you like.
But no,
what you
there's
like,
always
but-
going to be a shoe in the
so-
signature line that takes it to
But
the
yeah,
next
the
level.
South
so.
Beach and the Miami Night, the low and high, right?
I'm gonna be. Okay, so
They're bringing both of those back.
you want,
Nah,
okay, so
I
I like the South Beach 8s. I don't like the lows at all.
You know, it's funny about that low because nobody wanted them lows when they first came out. Really,
I still don't.
They were sold out. They were super limited. And now
that colorway
this is the moment I said this on numerous episodes in my 5-6 years here. The moment
This is why he showed up today.
No, it's not because I showed up. It showed up because I got off of work in time. But this is the reason why. Like the moment with the floodgates open and other people who didn't buy the shoe for the first 17 years or the first 8 years, they're coming in like, oh, I want them, and it makes it harder for the people who genuinely want the shoe.
That's what
That's the one I. But my thing is, for everybody for years they said this shoe's trash. Well, stay over there.
Just like Dunks.
Yeah, just say you may feel like that, but now it's just
You
like
kind of
oh,
got a point.
I mean, he does have a point.
so.
No, okay. So for one,
I
I
feel
agree
your
with Guru.
pain.
2,
You agree with Dunks.
No, but Dunks did just say
You
something.
guys both
You did.
tonight
You
have
did.
agreed with
You
me and
did.
refused
You
to
did.
admit it.
It's so rare that I'm just. It's a reaction. But
I question my sanity.
going back though, we didn't get to the ugliest release of the week, which was the Air Jordan 1 Sisterhood releases.
So I was confused because there's 2 of them. But
Yeah,
I only
second
saw
one.
one
So
drop.
I just So
That
I
one
just
is
don't-
white. One is white, black, and blue, and the other one's black, blue with a little bit of white.
They're both horrible.
They got the large
No,
stitches
they're
on
not.
it.
I think they were mids.
No.
they were mid.
Yeah, they're mid.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were.
So
aren't
they automatically suck.
So here's the thing.
No,
No,
they don't
no,
automatically suck.
No,
It's just-
those really do suck though.
But hold up, that's a women's release, right?
And
I think it's decent for a women's release.
no. And I'll say this too though, like 'cause
Tripping.
just with the
I
Jordan ones,
don't get it.
they treat Jordan ones like gum. Like you know how you chew it long enough it loses its flavor. Like that's what they're doing with
Like
the
what
ones
I'm going
now.
through right now.
I think I don't know.
Like now they're just doing any and everything
That's because
to keep
people
that line
buy
going.
any and everything.
That's true.
It goes back into what I said about Reebok doing the BBC questions. You
They
know that
BBC
you got
question those
something.
ones.
You know you got something hot that's hot right now.
It's
You
not
gonna
even
just
really. It's not even really hot right now.
How
No,
is
it really
it?
isn't.
The
It's a pretty
questions are
sad-
not really
No,
hot.
no,
You know
I'm
the
not.
ones.
ho-
You know
Okay,
the
time
ones.
out. Well, yeah, I'm saying the ones, but I'm saying with the questions, it's something that they continuously beating the dead horse for this year.
I mean,
But
yes,
the Reebok, that's all they got to. What's frustrating with Jordan is you got 34 other silhouettes that you could beat
Yeah,
up.
but how
what other
often-
Reebok
but-
are they going to push?
answer twos, answer threes. Answer fours. Like,
I mean,
answers.
they could go back to the well and try and push the
Or
kamikazes
they could
again.
they could do the Shaq Dunk Mobs. They can do the Emmitt Smith joints. They can do the Rayman twos.
They can do the
Reeboks.
Shaq Attack twos.
I mean, there's
Like,
other shoes they can
yeah.
do.
Yeah,
They can
we
do
can go down the list.
You know, every all-star.
Reebok pumps,
game.
y'all gonna
Yeah,
bring
they,
those
they,
back?
they bring those back
They
out
better
every
send
all-star
you
game.
something for that because I don't think I've ever heard anyone name that many Reebok
Who?
sneakers.
Guru?
You.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's
but
why
I'm-
he's guru.
So I mean,
Look at the
agree.
beard. Come on,
so
now.
I mean, that's why.
It's a lot of knowledge in there.
Here we go now, man.
What? I'm just
Here we
saying.
go now. Here we go now.
He said it's in the beard,
Right.
though.
leaving Pepsi just like Coke. That's what we doing now. That's what we doing now. That's what we doing now.
My man said your knowledge is in your beard, though. Like, what type of, like it's Mortal Kombat at the end, all the souls. That is ridiculous.
Soul is mine.
Man, like if he cut his beard, he just would know
like
nothing
Samson.
about sneakers.
It's like Samson.
Absolutely not.
You guys,
No, but to go back to it, the South Beach Eights. I'm
Why
happy
we
they're
go back to
bringing
that?
them back out.
No, I'm happy they're bringing them back out. Too. I mean, first of all, surprise. Like we all
You know it was
I'm
coming
surprised
eventually.
because I literally just bought. I was telling you, I just bought a pair on Goat, and they failed coincidentally.
Yeah.
And then like 2-3 days
I would
later,
tell.
they announced
Okay, so this is
and
what I
I
would
was
tell
like,
anybody
damn.
listening. If you're planning to go buy any LeBron retro, don't, because they're gonna retro the shit out of them in the next few years. So, you know.
Because I've actually bought quite a few of the ones that they don't retro. So what they're doing is they're doing the opposite of Jordan. Jordan retro the ones he wore, and then they somewhat got to if
Start
he had a
adding other
PE. But
colors,
now they
yeah.
flipping with LeBron. They're releasing a lot of the PEs and then.
Well, that's what I'm
sneaking in
saying.
the
Those are
OG
the
colors.
ones. If those are the ones you're looking for, like, can you imagine if you were trying to go buy the Fairfax joints and you dropped like $7,000 on them just for them to release them on the sneakers app, like
I
2
mean,
months later?
I told them that 3 years ago, so that's why they're doing.
I'm
it.
just saying. So that's why I'm saying hold
Because they
off.
listen to you, right? And
Like,
steal
hold
your
on.
ideas.
I mean, I thought my mans who got the CEO number would look out for. Hey, you got 11.5 on my
Told
dog.
you, he got the wiretap
But, I
on you,
mean,
man.
dang,
What you talking
okay,
about? So when I went to Chicago, I didn't say, "Hey,
No,
yo,
I said the headquarters, not the Nike town. We're talking about the headquarters.
man, you was there
and
with me.
that was a trade
You
off
was
because I
with
told
me.
you that what?
when we was at the HQ.
No, I didn't go with you that one meeting, and it had my name written on the board. Yeah. exactly.
That's some absolute bullshit. How'd you find out about that? Who told you? There's a leak. Damn, who like for real though? Who told you?
You did.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Damn, so you the
I'm
mole?
only, yeah. But no, going back to these Jordan sisterhood shits, I ain't seen nobody on social media like them. But then again, people say they don't like shit and then just to go buy it, so you never know.
Well, I mean, at the same time, you already know what sneakers do anyway. Don't be dissuaded when it says sold out.
Oh yeah, you know, that's when they do the restock a few
Yeah,
months
exactly.
later. Yeah, that's true. You know, we do got a couple of voicemails. I want to knock them out real quick. I don't know who this guy is, but
It might be hateful dunk mail.
it could be.
Yeah, I request that we pre-screen these
Let's see.
so we don't have to edit them out later.
Question. I know on the last show, which was one of the best shows y'all had, in my opinion, guys towards the end were talking about retros y'all want to see. So we get in the Carmines, you know, and I know it's been about 5-6 years. We get in the Cement 4s again, which seemed like we just got them yesterday. But what would y'all's opinion be? Would the Oreo 6s be an instant copy? How do y'all think those would do? And next thing, I'm going to try to make it quick. With Reebok questions, I mean, after the yellow-toe Kobe's, what more can they really do? You know, I mean, the only thing I can see them really doing is giving us the Denver Nugget PE. But after that, I mean, what more do Reebok have after that? Yeah, just let me know what you're trying to think of those two things, man, because it's getting, these retros are getting boring. I feel like we're just getting the same thing over and over and over again. Like in the next, I mean, every 3 to 4 years, they just give us the exact same retros, and it's getting boring. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. One more thing. As far as the retros, what PE would y'all want to release? I mean, I feel like that if y'all can remember the Michael Finley, his 15s, those white and blue Maverick color ones. I personally like to see those, but if y'all can pick a PE that y'all would want to re-release without them doing any unnecessary remixes, which one would y'all want to come out? And again, man, the show has just been getting better and better, man. You guys make the workday easier when I see the download alert, man. Thank you so much.
No, I definitely. First of all, Scooter, definitely appreciate that. I think his first question was we got the retros coming out, like and how with the Oreo is that the
Oreo 6s.
I wasn't a big fan of
I
those.
think I'm not either, but I think that it would be a big enough seller and they would make a couple 100,000 pairs. It would be pretty GR.
Like how it was last time when it came out the first time.
I don't know. I just wasn't a big fan of that, but apparently I do hear a lot of people mention the Oreo 6s. I don't know. I
mean, I wasn't a fan.
I wasn't that thrilled of them.
I wasn't
like
a fan
Oreos,
of it when it came
I don't really
out.
care for 6s all that much.
I love
like
6s.
7s.
I love 6s.
And I love Oreos.
So you would think it would be a winner in your book,
Hey,
but
Well, I mean, when the shoe first came out,
we could.
when the shoe first came out, like when you hear the name, I don't even think it was completely called Oreo when it came out. Wasn't it like cookies and cream or something like that?
Yeah, that was the initial.
Yeah,
but,
and
but
just like you look at it, and you're like, that's it. Like,
yeah.
it was kind of like a letdown.
Yeah, it's
so.
kind of, and I'm surprised Guru walked out at this point.
I was about
You
to
know,
say
PEs
because
and
the
stuff.
next question
The
is
PE
about,
question definitely would have been something.
But no, but he said the Reeboks and how they're just basically after the yellow toes. And I said this, and I just had this conversation with somebody at Reebok. Like, what are y'all doing next? Like, because it just seems like he did, and this goes with Jordan too. You know, every 4 years we get a retro of the same shit. Like, think about the 11s, right? They did the high cut, so it's like, okay, we're gonna give you the Concords again. We're gonna give you the black and reds again.
if we don't get cool grays, I'm over 11s for the time being.
they better fucking drop those cool grays or something.
That'll be the only 11 that you see me buy.
And the Legend Blues. I need those too, or Columbias or whatever.
Well, like the real.
I count the
Columbias.
grays. You know, it's funny because I do count the cool grays. They're not OGs, but they in that weird purgatory where it's like it's not
Because
OG,
we
but it's
haven't
not a
seen
retro
them in
either.
so long.
Yeah, but I don't consider it a retro either though, because that was around the time it was like 11 plus or I don't know. It was just at a weird time in sneakers for me. So I definitely want to see the cool grays. And I definitely want to see the Concords. Guru, what you think about those Oreo 6s? You want to see them come back out again?
Yeah, I can have them.
Thank you. I think we're all in agreement on that one. Sorry, Scooter. But going back to like the retros and stuff, especially with the questions, I do feel like they're getting the Air Jordan 1 treatment where, because Reebok knows that's the best selling sneaker, so they're gonna beat the shit out of it, and so we're gonna get every colorway under the sun that they can fathom and think of. Like those hardened joints, those silver ones, horrible. Those minion joints are trash. I'm like, who thought of that and why? And how did that get
Those
released?
are pretty bad.
The Minions?
Yes.
I thought that was Bangs. With the
No,
wire
those are
green.
minions. I did too. I did too.
Wire going through.
I did
thought
too. I
that
mean, either way, it would have been trash, but you know, that's what I thought. And
No, I mean, but they dropping that LA Laker one. I mean, but then
Kobe
they just dropped that with the St. Vincent St. Mary one in the pack.
No, it was the purple one.
it was the purple ones.
The one they dropping now is the yellow toe. He had wore both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I take the yellow toes.
Yeah, I take yellow toes. Too.
Yeah.
They
I
look,
mean,
what was that? Rondo had them on in the game,
But
too.
they messed up.
look
Well,
right.
Quinn
Oh.
Cook had him on.
No, Rondo actually played in the game.
So
I mean, Quick on him.
So, and talking to somebody at Reebok, and what they're doing is because they're not, so they're dropping all these different Reebok questions, but they're hesitant because one, the stores like Foot Locker and everything that buy them don't trust the product that much because they do sit on the shelves a lot, and so they're not buying as many. So they're making like 20,000 pairs, which isn't a lot. So it's harder. Like those Eric Those Eric.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, them joints. That's why the nice kicks joints.
Yeah, the fishing concept. Or something.
So the ones that people probably would like a lot of, like, that's why they got went away.
Yeah, but
so
I
fast.
mean, but when you.
But you see the Hardens sitting, you see the Red Toes, the OGs are sitting.
Well, those actually sold. Everywhere I went, I tried to get
Which ones?
the suede toes.
No, they're still sitting.
Yeah.
It's like 1 or 2 pair. I went everywhere in stock located them.
Maybe here.
Couldn't.
They still sit on the website.
Go on there.
Go
'cause I
check
was
the size though.
Yeah,
I just saw mine last night. I was like, I was
you a
thinking about pulling the
15,
trigger.
You shop the NBA portal.
No. Oh man, wait till after the show.
You got to go to a different website.
But a lot of those shoes are sitting so like this. Then a lot of these retailers don't have a lot of faith in them, and so Reebok is kind of hesitant to go all in on a pair of Reebok questions. Those hardened silver ones, I don't know what the hell they were thinking about.
4 sizes.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, so them the ones.
Well, what about even the
Hey, you saw the
Halloween
Dallas? You saw the
ones?
Dallas Cowboys one?
No.
Oh, I forgot. This actually made me remember. I took a picture of it in the store. I think I'm gonna go grab them. This is where is it at?
What about the Halloween one?
They sound like they cold, too.
The tearaway.
Oh, here you go.
I would be impressed. Let me see.
Ah, that's awful.
Let me see.
That looks horrible.
That's sweet.
Yep. And then they got the football with the hash marks on the inside.
I mean, I like that part, but just the overall look of the shoe, it looked like yeah, we're gonna let you know even more. We tried to make this shoe just like the 11.
They tried. You know,
I mean, I like this.
They tried.
That's not bad to me.
No, they're not trash. It's just I'm over it. What was I talking about just a second ago?
Well, Scooter's other question too was PEs. What
Oh yeah,
PEs?
what PEs do we want to see?
So I mean, this would definitely be a guru.
Yeah. Before he answers, I would definitely say the Laker Kobe 3s and 8s. If that could have been like a release pack.
Well, okay, if I'm gonna pick one, I would say the Quentin Richardson 8s when he was with the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
I would say give me, let's say, Melo 13s.
Ooh, Chris Paul 11s. The Clippers.
Those were nice. Randy Moss 11s.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Yes,
Yep.
Deion Sanders 11s.
I think you can do better than that.
Randy
Moss 11s. Right.
Randy Moss
Killing
11s. Some Derek Anderson joints. He had a couple pair of that where P's are really nice. What's the old boy name? Who had a lot of Fred Jones? I'll take some of Fred Jones P's from his dunk contest. And
I'm the only person that doesn't really like the Miami Heat 11s, the Ray Allen wore. I'm not that thrilled about
It was
them.
cool.
I'm not that crazy about them.
Which one's the
white, gold,
the gold ceremony?
They look like fakes. I mean, I know they PEs, but they look.
I
like
know
fakes.
what I want. Some Mike Bibby 12, some Mike Bibby 17s. You can
Give
me
me
some
Mike
else.
Bibby everything.
Yeah, Mike Bibby joints.
I was gonna say you could even drop his low top 18s.
You can drop his phone.
Hey,
honestly.
do y'all want even better? Can I please get Ray Allen 16s in Milwaukee? Please,
yeah.
please. Thank you. Ray Allen 16s in Milwaukee. All his stuff in Milwaukee.
Just give us
or even his stuff when he was in Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle
Honestly,
5s. Seattle
yeah.
5s were nice. Yeah. His style definitely take that. Hey, I take some Dwayne Wade 12s. The white and
Dwayne
red
Wade
with
has
the yellow
some nice
Jumpmans.
ones,
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
take
yeah.
the white Dwayne Wade 12s.
You know, I'll
hard.
take those. I'm going way back now. Those Reggie Miller 15s.
Yeah.
Those are hard too.
I thought about buying a pair and having the custom with the yellow down the strip because
Yeah.
I didn't want a pair of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I like those.
it's a lot of PEs that could, but they won't.
No, they won't.
I don't know if they're 3s or 4s, but Kyrie's got a lot of SB inspired PEs.
That was
Yeah,
the
Kyrie
good
had a lot of-
threes.
I like Kyrie's.
So that's my answer.
Yeah, up in Kyrie's up until the.
They starting to look
The
alike now a
fives.
lot.
No, the 7s are terrible.
But that's what I said. Like once you get to
And Nike-
once you
and
get to
Nike-
6 and 7, it just gets
The
worse.
7s are terrible.
It's like they almost make
The ones that just came
they
out?
They almost like
Come on, bro.
Nike. They making them basic. Like all like Kevin Durant shoe was so basic.
That was basic as fuck.
Kyrie shoe, you
No,
go from
PG's shoe was basic.
you go from, but his still has some like a little
No.
duality to it. But
No, it don't.
Kevin
No.
Durant's is the worst. Right
Kevin
now.
Durant's is the
No,
worst.
Paul George's is basic.
No,
as
you
his.
see Kevin Durant. They used to like the ones that J.C. Penney's used to sell. The Nike used to sell. Come on, man. They look like straight Dick Sporting Goods.
I mean,
to the
because
back
first of
on
all,
the right.
they kind of look
Like-
similar. First off,
Nah.
Like I always say with any Nike basketball shoe, once you remove the strap, you mess the whole shoe up.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
what they did with his shoe,
but even with Kyrie, like you just
Well, they kept the strap and they just still made it worse.
Even his hybrids look better than his
PlayStation
original.
collab wasn't gonna say them, but
His hybrids look better.
Get ready for the PG6 PlayStation when you get about.
he don't
12
deserve his
of
own
them.
shoe. First off, take his shoe the way he performed this year.
Yeah, I
Rip
mean,
up his contract
I mean,
in front of him.
he got a coach fired, so
But Doc Rivers got him so fired, bro. You can't.
I think they was all
They
that was a
underachieved
total
like
effort.
A mug. No, it
That
wasn't
was a
total
total effort.
I'm just saying,
Paul George.
Doc
Paul
Rivers.
George played
Doc
terrible.
Rivers didn't tell him to hit the side of the backboard. He didn't take.
But Doc Rivers already in the hot seat already as it was because he already underachieved with that team that they had.
for years. I mean, but Paul
Yeah.
George underachieved everywhere else.
Well,
I mean,
well, you had two underachievers getting together. They both should be gone, but one is under contract and the other one wasn't. So
I mean, the other one could opt out. I think they're gonna trade him. You said they got Ty Lue.
They gonna
I
trade him.
would.
I told you they was gonna hire Ty Lue.
for what though? A ham
Lewis
sandwich? Like nobody wants that now.
and they're not going.
Well, I seen one rumor was they were supposedly shopping him to the Knicks, but I'm like, if the Knicks do that, it would be so New York Nick like.
It would be so New York Knicks like. That's why I laugh. I'm like, leave it to the Knicks. This man, like he said, just
But
hit the side of a
Nike
backboard.
wouldn't mind it. He can shoot all he wants to. They would need somebody like him. There's no.
My man's
there's
NBA
no
player,
expectation.
superstar, just hit the side of a backboard and open jump shot.
Like,
Like,
dang, I can't.
that is the equivalent to the Mark Sanchez.
So then, who's had a more disappointing career when you compare somebody like
far?
him? No, Paul George or John Wall.
John Wally's had injuries.
Yes, I would say.
But Paul George, before he broke his leg,
With John Wall actually led. Did he lead the league in assists one year? He actually led the league in something. But his talent and his team, his environment was a conducive. Paul George had a conducive environment in Indiana. He had one in the Clippers.
Yeah,
He
he's
hasn't
had
had a
Apple
conducive.
opportunities.
No.
OKC, I don't know, but yeah.
I mean, those are just two guys. Because like John Wall, when he came into the league, I thought he was gonna be like.
I give
great.
John Wall the edge in that debate.
Yes, I would say.
Like point guard, super fast, could pass the ball, wanted to score.
I'd rather have John Wall.
John
I mean,
Wall
the injuries
that's
scare
my
me.
guy, yeah.
The injuries scare me.
The injury scared, but before that he would play. And he
Yeah,
was really
like this guy. He
Well,
just don't show up.
with Paul George,
And you could tell that playoffs appearance. John Wall balled in the playoffs against Boston.
That's true.
Against
He
the
did.
Wizards. He balled. You
He
know what I'm
did.
saying? Just
well,
that
that's
team
what I was gonna
scored.
say with Paul George when he had his his big moment going up against the Heat and LeBron when people kind of like finally knew who he was, and it's like right after that.
It's
he
that
just-
pressure though, because like at that time they didn't
I mean,
expect him.
everybody who usually make their name off of their big moments playing against him, and then after that it's like,
What's the expectations? Because nobody expects you playing with house money. But then once you have the expectations, now it's like pressure to live up to those. And
I mean,
so-
I just think he's got an interesting career because even when you look at that Indiana Pacers team, Paul George, only for the fact of
what's
they had,
interesting about it?
well, no, I'm saying they had Danny Granger there. Remember, Danny Granger was like he was their all-star, and then he gets hurt.
Damn, I
Paul
forgot
George
about Danny
takes his
Granger.
place, and
Yeah.
then basically just removes Danny Granger from
Yeah.
off the Indiana Pacers, and
Never
he
be heard from
fizzles.
again.
Yeah.
That dude got kidnapped and we still looking for him.
Oh,
Right?
Danny Granger used to ball.
He used to. It was a lot better. Paul George used to boss. Like what happened?
I mean, it was more hurtful because last year you were second in MVP vote.
He had a
Until
dog-ass year.
and then went to this to that moment, and you know what I'm saying. And Kawhi said, "Yeah, I'm gonna choose him over them other two dudes," and just like the way it's just I don't know, but I feel like the locker room. I feel like Kawhi with his load management played the fact because players start looking like. You said in the exit interview, yeah, we needed more reps, we needed more chemistry, but you chose to sit out more games.
The
He
chemistry
looked
was a huge problem because
Yeah.
if you read the reports, they were saying that it was them two, and then it was everybody else.
Yeah.
Everybody felt like they got preferential treatment, and in practices it just didn't sit well with a lot of the players and stuff. So, it's hard to get players to play hard for you when you ain't playing hard for them, or when they feel like they're not.
Neither one of them are vocal leaders. So
No.
when Pat Beverly is the leader of your locker room,
Oh, God.
so I mean,
Yeah,
so
no,
like I said.
it's
It's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be an interesting offseason, a long one though.
yeah.
Well,
I
it
wanna see
actually
how
be a
this-
short one.
Hell yeah.
It
When the
actually
season's
be
about
a
to
short
start?
one.
I went the season started in January, late February. I mean,
No, I
Oh,
thought
it started in January.
yeah, he said he went on
they
TV,
pushed it back?
He said
So
late January, early
So it's All
February.
Star Weekend still the same weekend, or are they moving that?
Is it even going to be an All-Star weekend?
I want my All Star weekend being during the summertime. Get the
But it still
Well,
would
yeah,
be
I was-
yeah, if it's
I'm right there.
if we get to travel, you know what I'm saying.
Well, that's why I'm
All-Star
asking.
weekend.
Like, is it still gonna be
Yeah,
that
they
weekend?
got-
Where's
No,
it
that-
supposed to be at next
yeah,
year?
yeah.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, so they're gonna push it back. It's probably gonna look like.
I know exactly. That's what.
that-
It ain't like it's gonna be in Miami.
It's still All-Star
Summertime
weekend.
in Indianapolis. Is it
It's
really
still
popping?
All-Star weekend, though.
Hey, my
That's
man, my man.
It's 3 hours from Chicago.
My
so.
man's Dave gonna trip on y'all dissing Indiana like that, Indianapolis like that. I wouldn't mind going there one time.
I mean,
I
if we,
wouldn't
go,
mind either.
if we go with C's, he enough of an influencer.
Right,
That-
exactly. We
yeah.
have
You know,
all
keep
access
talking because I
pass.
was actually trying to pull some moves, but you know what?
I'm giving you
Keep
props.
talking.
Like,
Keep talking. Like, I'm sorry, Gino only got 4 passes. It's crazy. Out man out. We do got one more voicemail though. I'm gonna get to him.
Hey, this is TP. After season, I have a question for you. The question is that what 2021 Jordan brand sneakers are you looking forward to copping? Thanks.
The fusions.
Don't start.
We're jump man when you need him.
What Jordan? I mean, as of right now, what the Carmine 6s are coming out next year. I'm looking for some OG. Honestly, like I can't think of anything off the top of my head
I mean, it's just we don't know what's coming out for Black Friday.
next
And
year.
we don't know what the holiday shoe.
But
is
what do we
yet.
know that's coming out next year though?
The
as far as Jordans.
Carmine. Supposed to drop All-Star weekend.
Oh, the Lightnings might be coming back.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
I wasn't a big fan of them.
Really?
No.
Well, then
You
go
know,
for
I would-
size 11.
I would go for them. I would go for them only because it's different.
Here you go, updated release. So we got cool gray 3s.
Straight.
You got white, black, and pink ones.
Let me see. Oh, do they show any pictures?
Yeah, black,
see.
gray, and patent leather ones. I'll take the charcoal 9s and the Carmine 6s.
Oh, you know what I'm
They're
excited
doing low
for?
top Columbia 11s.
Hey, on February
Just can't give us all you
20th, we got it's just like the UNC blue and white Jordan 1s. Kind of reminds me of like the Entourage Fukujama Air Force 1s.
Oh damn, these are next year.
Yeah,
Those black and green 6s are
the
nice.
Oregons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't got no Oregon branding.
No, not at all.
And
I actually like
that's
those
a PE. If you're gonna drop PEs,
Hey, real
can
talk,
we get Oregon
Stewart,
PEs?
I want to know college PEs with the actual logos on them. Like that, I would go for. I like the college PEs more than I like the pro PEs.
Hey, let me get some Florida
Let me get all the Michigan joints. Let me get all the Oregon joints.
Oklahoma.
Let me get the Alabama joints.
University of Florida.
Florida, hell yeah. I actually like these. I know people gonna call them the Shutter Backboard 13s, but I'm calling them the white and orange 13s.
White and starfish, orange. That's the
I'm not
the
calling
name of the
them-
color.
I'm not calling them starfish.
Starfishes.
That's it. There's 9 shoes here and only won 3 of them.
What else? But that's all we
That's
know
all
that's
we
coming
know.
out. Yeah.
I know. I mean, as of now though. So that's that.
They got the own Starfish ones, 4s coming out. Starfish 4s.
Let me see. They got a picture of them yet?
Oh, right here.
Them cold.
What?
Oh, them cold. I want them.
I'm sure. I'll say this though. So then,
The
kind
black
of
and
like going with the recent trend, how they do. What do you think is going to be the Black Friday shoe next year?
I take these Stealth 5s.
Yep.
I'll take another
those.
pair of Stealth 5s.
It's probably gonna be an OG shoe. that
Oh,
we haven't
and the
had in a while.
Georgetown 3s.
Oh shit! And I take those coming out too. I take
And
them
Toro
Toro 5s.
Toro 5s. Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
I am looking forward to the Toro 5.
Shit.
I'll take another.
And I
I'll
don't
take
even
another
like all
Cement
red
4.
Maps. You might have said it there.
And they got the Desert Bear. These,
No,
these
those
look
are-
nice 9s for women.
It would be. I'm trying to think. It's probably gonna be an OG that we haven't had in a while.
Hey, we're gonna have some more Travis Scott
Cardinal
1s.
7s. I ain't seen those in forever.
We're gonna have the inverted
we
Travis
get some
Scott
OG
1s.
2s? Can we get some OG 2s?
Yeah, you butchered that.
High cut. How I butcher that?
Did you ever fix that shoe?
I ain't butcher it.
No, that was fucking 3 years ago.
I ain't butcher it though. No, I mean it's gonna be. But knowing Jordan Brand is gonna be like a 1, 2, or 1, 3 or something. You know, it's not gonna be
They
something.
ain't gonna
that
make
we
no 2 in a minute, bro.
No, they not. I know it's gonna be something
That ship sailed.
we haven't gotten in a while.
I'm gonna drop Aqua 8s again.
I wouldn't be surprised if they
That
might give
the-
us the Buzz
I
Bunny
mean, it's
8s or
been,
some
what,
shit.
2015? Hold on. My son to be, yeah, it's been about 5 years. He had on his first birthday, Aqua 8. So, yeah, it's been about almost 5 years. Yeah. I'll take another pair.
Oh, they need to come out with the cherry 12s. High cut. Not that bullshit 12 y'all got out now, but the actual OG high cut 12s.
You still buy it if it was in a regular cut.
Yeah, I would. I'm a slave to the system.
You can get the high cut.
No. So
Don't you got the high cut 12s?
no, the OG ones. I got my
taxis,
taxis in
yeah.
the black and reds.
All he gotta do is make a phone call.
I wish it was that simple.
Maybe
He
2.
got him from the Last Dance
Right,
premiere.
exactly.
Fuck y'all.
Probably still about to jump in that basement.
So we
On some Tyler Cruise Mission Impossible. You always love Laser Force lasers. You probably use it to steal it.
So I know people want us to get on these next 2 stories. So let's start off with this one.
With a
Nike.
whole Jordan outfit so you could beat the camera system.
Nike.
Is it gonna be the swishy suit?
Hey, I'm about to bring back windbreakers, yo. That's it.
Got one on.
I
What
know.
you
So
mean?
I'm talking about the whole fit, like the pants and the jacket.
Well, it's gonna be Bill Cartwright for real.
Hell yeah.
Oliver Miller.
Nike sues. Hold on, Spud Webb.
Nike sues old boy over the dunks.
You keep it quiet over there, Muggsy.
All right, Charles Barkley. Now.
Katie Smith now. Nike sues LA brand Warren Lotus over shoes that look like the Nike Dunks. Now it's funny because was this last week or the week before we were just talking about?
Both.
Yeah, let's talk about the lawsuits.
Because I was buying them up, telling everyone like, if we actually get these, it's going to skyrocket for copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Because whenever Nike says pull it, I don't even mean to cut you off. Go ahead, but Nike's going really hard against him.
Oh yeah, because they're about to make an example. An article written in the Los Angeles Daily News, according to court papers obtained Thursday, Nike is suing the Los Angeles streetwear brand Warren Lotus over the alleged production and sale of fake Nike Dunk sneakers. The trademark lawsuit. Dave, you came back at the right time too. We're talking about that lawsuit, so you know we're talking about the shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
So the trademark lawsuit filed Wednesday in Los Angeles federal court contends Warren Lotus is promoting and selling a shoe that is confusingly similar to the famous Dunk sneaker and is adorned with a near copy of Nike's famous swoosh design. The complaint goes on to say that while Warren Lotus only recently announced these sneakers, there is already confusion in the marketplace regarding whether these are legitimate customizations or illegal fakes. Warren Lotus intentionally created the confusion and is attempting to capitalize on it by
Nike specifies their fakes.
They does. Among other things, using Nike's registered Dunk word mark, using Nike's registered Dunk trade dress, and using a mark that's confusingly similar to Nike's famous swoosh design to promote and sell his fakes. As a direct and proximate...
Okay, so let me hold on. Nike owns the word dunk.
There's a reason I'm careful with my usage.
I don't know. They can't.
Dude, I hate that shit.
I can't make a business called Dunks and Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've trademarked Dunks and Jordans.
Yeah. That's what it says.
You're owned
Nike's
by Nike.
registered Dunk word.
But
I agree with
I'll
you.
let you feel because I have a problem with. I understand why they did it, but I have a certain problem with it. Go ahead. I'll let you finish your story.
Okay. As a direct and proximate result of Warren's wrongful acts, Nike has suffered, continues to suffer, and or is likely to suffer damages to its trademarks, business reputation, and goodwill that money cannot compensate. Unless restrained, Warren Lotus will continue to use the swoosh design mark and or confusingly similar marks and will cause irreparable damage to Nike for which Nike has no adequate remedy at law.
But check this out.
Hold on, let me finish the last sentence. Nike is seeking to have a Los Angeles federal judge order an immediate stop to Warren Lotus's manufacture and sale of its allegedly confusingly similar sneakers, plus damages and any all profits earned as a result of Warren Lotus's act in violation of Nike's rights. So,
But on top of that, they're seeking 3 times more than he actually generated profit-wise. And they want all the unproduced sneakers delivered to them so they can destroy it.
yep.
And they want all any IT work, any graphics, any online digital renderings. They want everything.
Right. And I want people to know this too, because we talked about this a couple episodes ago where Dave broke down, we broke down the cease and desist letters and why they do that, because they have to protect
You have
their
to protect
trademark.
it, yeah.
Right. Now they're going after Warren Lotus because he's the bigger fish. Please believe, if you are any of these other brands that have done anything similar, they're coming after you too.
Well, keep this in mind. The Stussies and the Pigeons haven't actually shipped out, but most people have the Jasons and the actual Heinekens. So assuming that, Nike goes through or wins or the cease and desist, those are probably going to go high up in value if Nike can't collect them.
Yes. Which they won't.
So I'm telling people, hold now, 2 weeks from now, time to sell.
So this is my thing I heard that he bought the Dunks, customized them, or did he have them manufactured?
No, he had
them manufactured in a complete factory, not even used by Nike.
Okay, so secondly,
That okay. Well, just to kind of elaborate what you just said, because I want people to understand the distinction. When people do a customization, they buy the shoe, take it apart, and then customize pieces of it. So you bought the product.
I have the shoe. It's very similar, but the sole is slightly different.
Yeah, but what Warren Lotus and a lot of these other people do, they manufacture similar like type sneakers that weren't authorized through Nike, and then they do variations to the swoosh or whatever and sell it as their own brand.
but
So,
the thing is,
So
if
that's
you,
probably what's getting them. Sorry, but that's probably what's getting them in trouble.
that's exactly what's getting them in
Yeah.
trouble.
I
The
think it's
remade
a-
gets away with it.
the swoosh part, he didn't really discern himself or decipher himself with the swoosh. Like Bape did it for years and never got sued because it wasn't a swoosh. You can the outside, the lining, just like an Air Force One, Air Max One, but they couldn't do nothing to them because they put that lightning bolt on it. That's why Bape got away with it. Everybody knew them Bapes was Air Force Ones, but they could never get sued because of the lightning bolt on it was like that. So that is why they got right. He took the swoosh and just put a dent in it. That's what's got him in trouble because he still got 75% of the
That's too
original.
similar, yeah.
The lightning bolt is what like the Air Kais. He's gonna be fine because he's doing the same thing.
I don't know
basically.
though. I don't know
Because how when he doing the same
no,
thing?
because
Bape did?
because of what he did with the
But the wing
wing logo.
wingtip's gone as well.
Yeah, he breaks him with
Did
the Air
he-
Reeves
he
logo.
changed
yeah,
it?
Yeah,
It
with
says
the
like
Air-
Revs or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
You might I don't. It'd be something interesting to watch and see. Like Nike, I don't know. They might
I
have
think
had.
Warren would have got away with just the first color
'Cause-
because it wasn't. It was so Nike made that colorway, but it was a high top. So he was trying to like kind of just play off it, made a low top, and the Jason face made sense.
Yeah.
But when he just started completely copycatting silhouettes and colorways and just replicating a Jason mask that had no place on it, that's when he got into the copyright.
But just last
infringement.
week you said that Jeff Staples didn't have a problem with the pigeon one, right?
Yeah, and that's real interesting to see because
I was just about to ask about
well, Jeff
that.
Staple got paid to co-sign it or endorse it or give his blessing. Like he's in on it.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't know if he's going to be able to collect payment off this Warren Lotus deal.
no.
And if I was Nike, I would never work with him again for his
probably won't.
choice of behavior.
They probably won't, and that's my question. Just because, so like going back to the Bape thing, just how Jeff Staples co-signed Warren
I
Lotus.
think he's the biggest loser in this situation.
He is.
Damn.
Just how Jeff Staples co-signed Warren Lotus, even though that was,
I'm not scared of Jeff. It's cool.
even though he was,
You can
even-
probably take him on.
he's gonna call us next week. Just how Jeff Staples co-signed Warren Lotus, even though he was doing a reproduction of his stuff, Nike might have had some arrangement with Bape or something. I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out because they didn't.
I
serve
mean,
them a
I've
cease
seen
and
the
desist.
pigeon on New
'Cause it's more than
Balance. I've
just-
seen it on Puma. Jeff's like, if you hit him up to do work, he's gonna be like, all right, go ahead, use my,
Yeah.
go ahead, use it.
Yeah, and so it'd be interesting to see how that all plays out, and for all these people out there,
I mean, I do agree with you, though. I think they are going to make an example
oh, they're definitely gonna make an
out of
example,
him to just basically put everybody else in their place.
So but I'm actually surprised that they went for the big gun first. Like usually when it comes to things like this,
Yeah,
they'll slap down a couple of smaller ones because A, they're easier targets.
yeah.
Well, there's so many people doing this.
Well, no, but
he's
that's
the
what I
most
mean.
Blatantly obvious.
No, but that's what I mean. So, but if that's the one that's going to put up the biggest fight and has the largest presence, go kill a couple other ones off, and then you've got the legal precedent to make that case against the big gun even easier.
No,
and,
I agree
and
with
even
you.
harder for them to
But I
fight.
think in
they're
this
doing
instance,
it backwards.
but I think in this instance, they want to set the tone and example to everybody else. So they're like making an example out of him. Because I think this is pretty clear. I mean,
And
if you
plus,
see the
he's been out there
yeah.
with it like a
I
lot
think
anyway.
I think Nike knows it has an easy slam dunk case, and so that's
Slam.
why I'm not doing it.
Dunk.
You
You said it, so.
I'm not doing it.
You said
And
it. though.
he looked at me first, and then
But
once
I
I
was
said
expecting you to
and then once
like-
I didn't say it, then he looked at you. So you second fiddle.
Hey, can we talk about how Dennis Rodman opens up packages?
No, hold on, hold on.
No.
But here's my problem with Nike. Here's my problem with Nike though.
Did that tickle you or something? How he just
Yeah,
ripped
and then
open
and then
that
he
box?
made a video talking about it and he kept calling Kanye Cayenne.
So like my problem with Nike is that you want to sue
We gotta
them.
get Rodman. on
You
the
want
show,
you
man.
want
We
to
do.
sue them for that, right?
Yeah.
But like this is the Jordan logo. I was at my store. I wanted the clothing, right?
Mhm.
You stole the Jodeci logo.
Mhm.
It's like you complain about it, but you turn around and do it on other aspects.
Mhm.
That's the issue I have with it. Like if you don't add on, I don't copy
That's
your stuff, don't copy my
capitalism.
stuff. that's fine. But you can't go around saying I'm gonna sue you and slam down.
When
Yeah,
you're
he should-
when
when
you're
you're- first of all-
bigger, when
first
you're
of all-
bigger, you can do things
First
like
of all,
that.
we
Hold
don't
on,
know
he
if
just
that's
said slam dunk too.
Oh,
we
what
don't
you-
know if that's a trademark. That's the
Slam.
thing. Like whether or not that's
Dunk.
trademarked or not.
Ah,
I
the
don't know.
record
We got
label probably
trademark slam
that.
dunk.
We
The
should.
record label on.
They trademarked the name, but
New
not this
podcast
particular
coming
graphic.
soon.
I mean, see, but they don't. Here's my thing though. They do it. They feel like it's worth the risk, but you legitimately stole that though. Like you did. That's
But,
not
you,
your
but,
fault.
but we don't know if they legally. We
That's
don't.
what I'm saying. We don't know the
Technically, we don't
legalities
know.
behind
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
But my point, no,
technically,
but
we don't
I mean,
know.
but the Guru's point, we all know that Nike, they copy
borrow
that-
borrow
Yeah,
ideas.
borrow, yeah,
That's
yes.
my only problem.
We
It's
know
just
that.
like,
Yeah,
you-
they borrow
I-
gurus' ideas.
I don't have to like you.
Adapted.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like that's my problem. Is like okay, you go to that, but hold yourself to that.
But
same
even more to
standard,
that
like,
though, my whole beef with Nike is you've kind of created this monster because when you make so many shoes and you manipulate the production to manufacture hype around a product, this is bound to happen. There's a marketplace.
And you put your production in communist countries who do not really regulate things like that. Like in China, they're gonna say you can't. Everybody here got to sign an NDA. You gotta get checked out before you go home. You can't. Like they going this machinery
Warren
has to stay here.
claims these are made in Italy.
So what?
I think Warren was claiming this is from an Italian factory.
It doesn't matter.
And it been out for like so.
I mean, Italian, China. The whole point is, I mean, at least from my aspect.
Well, no, there's actually a distinction there. So I believe, and no quote, I believe Italy adheres to U.S. trademark law.
yeah.
China does not.
No, but what I'm saying
China
is,
most definitely does
no,
not.
but what I'm saying
Hell
is,
no, they don't.
once it gets here and you try to sell it here, it doesn't matter where it's made at that point. You're selling it here.
China-
Yes,
China
yes
could
and
give a
no.
fuck.
There
They're
there
counterfeiting
are
Stussies,
there
too.
are ways to get around it, and many people have done it.
Oh,
and,
isn't
and,
there-
they are,
let me
and
add-
they are trying to close those loopholes.
And let
but-
me add this too. A lot of these shoes that we're talking about, they come basically prefabbed except for the swooshes. So I think that's how they're kind of going through the loophole. Because the one part that is trademarked on the shoe is the swoosh.
right.
You
So a lot of
trademark, yeah.
so what they come in here, you know, customs goes through that shit, right?
Right.
And they try to go through the fakes or whatever. If it doesn't have the swoosh, therefore it's not violating the trademark, and they don't put the swooshes on until after they get here, and that's how they're getting caught. That's how they're getting messed up. Because now,
So,
you put
and that's the thing.
trademark
So you've got 2 points there that basically point to like an intention to deceive. You've
Yes.
got one. They're you could argue like, okay, the other factory made us a better offer, but okay, so you've deliberately chosen a factory that doesn't make Nike products
Yeah.
in order to try to sidestep that.
Yep.
And then you've got, okay, that maneuver is definitely an attempt to sidestep a
Yep.
trademark violation. So yeah.
Everyone thinks Warren's over here shitting himself, about to get put out of business. Realistically, he's not collectible. He's maybe just going to lose out on the sales, and now everyone knows who he is.
Bro, he's about to get no.
Like, this is like Machine Gun Kelly versus something.
He's about to get
Oh
bent
no,
over,
no, no!
bro.
Oh,
He's
dude,
about to get bent over.
Machine Gun Karen. Have you seen him lately?
Yeah.
Dude, Eminem killed him so hard he had to go look like an '80s bubblegum pop star in like rock videos. Have you
Hey,
not
he's,
seen-
he's a rock star.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a pretty good album.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, he's,
I like it.
Dude, he's banging Megan Fox. I ain't hating on him. So, but Machine Gun Karen is his new name.
But here's my thing though, like, because this is notion that any press is good press, and I always say
No, that's not
exactly. There's John Wilkes Booth the actor, and there's John Wilkes Booth the assassin. There's O.J. Simpson the football player, and there's O.J. Simpson the accused murderer. All press ain't
He
good
didn't
press.
do it.
Well, we can argue about that. The whole point of it is,
I mean,
though,
he still made millions after the fact.
And then wrote a
No,
book
he
about
didn't.
how he would have done it if he had
No,
done
he didn't
it.
make
No,
money
he didn't make-
because
no.
through the civil suit, any money he earned
Yeah,
went
I'm
to
sorry.
the Goldman
Get that.
thing.
Have you not seen this? Have you not seen
Whoa.
Machine Gun Karen?
I have not, and
That's-
I'm going to unsee it now.
Wow.
but the whole thing of it is I think he's about to get dealt with like pretty harshly. Like, yeah, all this.
He had to have seen this coming.
Some people are just dumb. We live in a day and age where people are complete idiots and they think they can get away with certain things because they think nobody's paying attention or looking or whatever, and they get dealt with. Like,
I mean,
he
that
wouldn't be the first one.
could have been why he paid for for Jeff Staple to basically give his blessing.
Because what else are they gonna
Because
do?
I mean, that could have been a hey, look, if I get that at least shows that somebody that has a partnership and has a deal with them is saying that this is okay. So that should put me in the clear.
Because they asking for 3 times the amount of money he made, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's one.
and all the actual product.
Dog.
Well,
Like,
so yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like if he truly
The
loses a
joke
civil
is-
suit like that, it doesn't matter that everybody knows his name because, like you were just saying,
Exactly.
Like, whatever he makes from here on out, those checks will just go to Nike.
Well, yeah, I don't know enough about it, but I have a feeling he's not going to dabble in the shoe business anymore and go back to his like vintage cut up.
what he just said though, any money he
Anything
makes
he earns now.
is going to go to them, bro. Like so.
It'll be.
It's like
interesting
child
to see
support
how
at
it
that
plays
point. It's
out,
like, bro, do you
yeah.
want to like? I know people that don't work just because they don't want to pay child support.
Yeah, or he just declares bankruptcy and starts over.
I don't know. In certain lawsuits, you can't declare bankruptcy, right? If it goes to federal court, you can't.
What if he moves to China?
Well, I mean, good luck collecting it at that point.
Yeah. But yeah, if it's a federal lawsuit, I don't know if you can claim bankruptcy and get that wiped off. Can you?
I want to say yes, but it's a lot trickier.
Okay.
I don't know. I think
I'm just saying
he's
it's not as cut
definitely-
and dry.
I
like-
think they're trying to make an example out of him.
You know,
and
I-
it's not going to be good.
Our
for
president
sure.
would know the answer to that question.
yeah, let's call him. Let's call Trump first.
Send him a tweet. He'll
No,
respond.
let's call Ice Cube, then have him call Trump.
Dude,
I know, I'm so
no,
disappointed.
I'm not going there.
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, that's.
But no, I mean it's gonna be interesting to see. So, but this leads into the conversation. So, okay, Guru's coming back. I guess he had to take a bite. Guru. So I'm glad you came back. Because this leads into the conversation. What's the other guy? Kai.
Yeah.
Eric Kai.
Eric Kai, yeah.
Okay. Him and a lot of other people are doing these bespoke shoes and whatever. And for me, okay, it's funny because I was talking to Skater.
I'm buying
Skate the
all
Great.
this shit, just waiting for them to get sued and sell it for more.
Well, here's the thing, and I was talking to him about it and stuff, and he was saying, I think he even tweeted it. This guy is selling you, fakes or bespokes just to go buy the real shit, which is some truth to that, and it's kind of funny that if that's going on. But to me, like I said, it just ends and stops at what do we consider fakes? 'Cause I remember there was a time where shit like that was considered a fake. There was no gray area. It was unless it was authorized through the brand.
The Fugazi is the only one I've seen that people have approved of or not given it shit, where it's the gun with the bullets.
I guess. But my whole
Yeah,
thing
that's what I was
is,
about to bring up. Like,
but so I don't know. So people, but once again, the brands have kind of created this market because once again, you created this demand. So that's bullshit. You created this
that's
demand.
nice leather with the creativity on it was dope, but
I wouldn't wear it.
You created this demand, and so now that people are trying to make up for that demand that you don't want to make up for, and so now you're penalizing them.
There's
But-
even resell and like old fakes.
Yeah. So my whole thing of it is part of the culpability rests on the brands. Obviously, a lot of it rests on the people that are reproducing these bespokes or fakes, however you want to see it. But for me, it stops and ends there. Now, I did see the post where Kai, that's the name, Kai?
That's what I've been saying.
Okay, Kai. So I guess there was another show that had something to say about it. And
Oh,
they made
Sneaker Disc podcast.
Yeah, and they made it about race.
that's why he said not to show. Because our history isn't the best between.
He wasn't
Oh no, I
gonna say
reached
the
out
name.
to him. I don't. Whoops.
Jesus Christ.
No, we're all friendly, right?
No, we're not. We're not.
All right. Well, I'm on your guys' side.
I can't tell. Well, we just
Well, put it this way: if he don't know, he don't know. You can't be mad at him.
If we
he
haven't
don't
even-
know.
I've been going out of my way to apologize to people and not have problems. So
Yeah.
I'm doing
You
that right
can't-
now.
If he don't know what happened previously,
I don't
Well,
know.
you should. I mean, if you come on, man.
I communicate with them. I had no idea.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, look, I ain't telling you not. I mean, talk to who you want to. I'm not the type of person.
We
where I'm
hate
saying-
Complex. I know that.
I talk to people from Complex.
Oh, see, I have
So
no
that's
idea.
what I'm saying.
what's going
Like,
on.
I would never work
I
for
don't
them.
really care. I don't really care if.
I don't.
We could edit this out.
Oh, no.
It's
My
like a
point-
thing now.
No,
I mean, I still
no,
think
anybody
Complex
go,
is
that's too much
trash.
work. My whole point is,
What up, Brendan?
who I
know
talk
you
to,
listen.
who I talk to and who I don't talk to doesn't mean that you shouldn't talk to them, or like that's my personal beef. That might be Guru's personal beef. Whatever. I don't care. Point being is something was said about Kai. Now, me personally, it stops and ends with the shoes, whether or not they're fakes or bespokes or whatever you want to call them. I guess race got brought into it. I didn't necessarily see it that way. I don't even know what Kai is. Is he African American?
He's a black dude, yeah.
I was
He,
gonna
he
say, I
made
could've
the
sworn he was black.
support black college hoodies and all that. He did.
So
that.
that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna leave race out of that because
Yeah,
to me there was nothing racial about that to me. Because first of all, if you're gonna be mad at him for
Because
trying to,
he's been in the sneakers, he made his money before. He didn't come in making these Air Kais. He's made his money off every other.
it
thing.
seems to me the point was trying to be made that he was trying to somehow take advantage of black people. But it's like, no, there's plenty of blame to go around in the sneaker community.
I mean,
everybody's taking advantage.
I mean, you can start with the shoe companies.
To put that on his shoulders.
So if you want to say
real
take a black, like if you want to take advantage of black communities, and
why
like,
even say just the shoe companies, the apparel companies?
This is what this
You
the
can
America,
say-
like
you
this,
can- exactly.
So like
Real talk.
this is when I had seen the clip because he posted Kai posted on his page. I'm looking like you're buying all of this stuff so he can be fly and dress it like one. He made a lot of money prior to doing this shoe thing, right? Two, like this is America. That's capitalism. Every time you buy an iPhone, Tim Cook has more. His portfolio grows. Every time you buy a Nike hoodie, Phil Knight portfolio grows. Like you can't. Every time you buy a car, you can't avoid that. So my thing is for you to say like he's going to do it. No, he made his money before that. Now, if you feel like if he came in the game, no prior product and came in with it, I can somewhat. But who are you to count somebody else's pockets? That was the ultra foul thing about it. Who are you to count somebody's pockets about it? What he do with his money, with his profits? If you became an entrepreneur, you want nobody doing that to you? I have never heard somebody saying, "Why I feel like charging $200 for those Jordans and hopping on his private jet with that large portfolio." Him and Mark Parker. No, you seen Michael Jordan house in The Last Dance? What a nerve for him to live in that big house while we have to go on StockX and pay $350 because Travis Scott's are
people
limited.
have said that.
So
though,
I mean, it's just like I'm talking about the people in that video.
Right, I got you.
So
Yeah.
my thing is, so it's like, come on, man, that's just
I just
pure
thought,
hate.
like, to me, like, it should have stopped and ended with the whole sneaker thing. Like, because there's not that many. First of all, like, you just said that better than I probably could have. Like, you got people, like, you do have people like, I can't think of another apparel name, but you also got, like, Sia Collective, you got D, D, he got his thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you got people out there, right? And I suggest people pay more attention to those type of people. But to put the whole taking advantage of people argument on his shoulders as if Nike isn't doing it, Adidas isn't doing it. Like, damn it, every street brand,
Well, first and foremost,
from Supreme to whoever is not doing that. Supreme sold white T-shirts with Supreme on there for $300. Like, come on, bro.
I just bought Supreme toothpaste.
My point. You making my point. So my whole thing is.
But how is it taking advantage of people if, unlike Warren Lotus, where you can clearly tell that it looks like a swoosh just kind of dented in?
Yeah.
I mean, that Fugazi shoe, I can tell that that's not a Jordan 1. Like, I can look at that and tell that that's not a swoosh. Like, I know that. I can see that from afar.
I know.
So how is that actually even taking advantage of people?
That's my point, though.
Well, and at least it comes in a unique colorway.
Yeah, but that's been my whole thing, though. Like, my whole argument with him and other people like him is, what are we considering bespoke? What are we considering fakes? Where's the line at? Because it used to be this, and now it seems to be blurred.
All I know is Shoe Surgeon wants $5,000 for anything he does.
Okay, well, I'm not doing
But it's just like
I just didn't understand the whole racial component of it. I didn't understand the whole taking advantage of people.
You spoke more about that than when you did when Nike's issues they had internally came out, when Adidas issues internally came out. You didn't speak on that really, but you spoke about the Eric Cott taking advantage of black people.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't listen, so
I mean, it's just like we don't have to listen because people who listen to that show listen to ours, and it kind of cross pollinates from the listeners. They'll say, "Hey, I heard this over here," or I see them posted. But it's just like, as far as that comment, it's just like then that's what the follow up comment was to next week was same on Eric Cott page. Is like I don't want to talk about these shoes, but we have to talk about it because everybody else is talking about it. Like, so now we got to talk about the shoe for a 30 week in a row because it's the hottest shoe this week. Now over Yeezy, Jordans is like, if you don't want to talk about a topic because it's hot, you don't have to talk about it. It's things on this show that are going on that we don't really address because it's good. Everybody can be wearing Supreme, can sell out. We laugh about it or we don't talk about it because that's not our MO.
Yeah.
So it's just like we're watching. That's like watching Nas say, "I don't want to rap about OxyContin and Proper Percocets, but everybody else is listening to it, so I got to rap about it." Like, no, you don't.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So that's why I'm looking. I was watching that like that's just crazy. But I mean, to each his own. But just
and look,
Greg
Greg
talks about like sipping wine and taking Xanax at this point.
Okay, look, Greg ain't no dummy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a reasonably smart man. So, like, to me, to have to, like, I don't know. It just kind of feels like manufactured controversy to me at this point. And so, just kind of like, all right, like once again, like, I'm not angry because one, he ain't take my money because I'm smart. And, like, that's not something that appeals to me anyway, right? And I don't think he's pulling the wool over nobody's eyes. Like, I think if you're going to be mad at somebody doing that, be mad at Warren Lotus because, if you're going to make that argument, be more mad at Warren Lotus, who I think blurred the line more than Kai did. Like you said, Kai got the Thunderbolt. Kai got
the boxing,
yeah.
the laces. Like he went out his way to.
Warren Lotus.
Those cream laces were a nice touch.
Okay, so like I don't know what that means.
I'm lost.
But
the orange pair comes with nice.
Oh, the orange pair. Yeah,
I guess.
So I mean,
but
I bought all of these shoes.
So I just didn't understand.
You bought all of them?
Yeah.
I just didn't understand that aspect of it. Like, I didn't understand the racial part of it. Maybe he can elaborate it on the next show, and somebody can tell me because, like, again, I'm not listening. So, I, like, real talk. Like, so, I feel like there's a competitive respect. You know what I'm saying? At least from my point of view. I respect them, but at the same time, we got our beef. So
we won the trophy. That's all I know.
Yes, that trophy. And nobody cares. Huh? I know. Yeah, we do gotta get the belt. Yeah, but I just didn't understand.
I seen it on Kai posted like how he was at Sports said on his page like the bank is still holding the money, so if the shoes are sold, I still haven't touched it. Like it was just other things he was elaborating on, like how you count. And I was looking and I was just like, this is crazy how you can be like.
I mean, if it's one thing life has taught me. You just don't count another person's pockets.
But my whole thing is, I think sometimes when you do,
I don't know what Guru got. I don't know what you got. I don't know what you got.
Sometimes
we all know Caesar wins.
Well, of course.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
But I think sometimes you could trivialize an issue.
Caesarland was named after him.
Thank you. Yeah, that is right.
Jesus, y'all finished? I think sometimes you can trivialize an issue by bringing other things into it that have nothing to do with it. And
so Facebook arguments.
Basically,
those are
essentially.
I mean, but think about it. That's what people always do whenever they're trying to prove their point.
Yeah, but I just think you trivialize the racial aspect by making this.
But what about? But what about?
Exactly.
But what about?
Yeah, because it's like to make this a racial issue. Like I don't like that to me. Like there was a racial issue with Adidas Village when they was telling black folks they like don't sit. Too many of y'all sitting together. Y'all got to break it up.
Time out. If you want to make that argument to bring race into the equation,
yeah.
So we shouldn't buy anything from Kith. If we're going to talk about the whole, trying to make money off the backs of black people, we shouldn't buy anything from Kith. We shouldn't buy anything from Staple.
Statistically, have these boycotts worked?
No, you shouldn't buy anything, period.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
but I'm just saying, like, from those people that we, in the sneaker community, that we kind of, like, put on high pedestals or whatnot, if that's the case, we shouldn't mess with them at all.
Everybody does it, but like Nike, I have bigger fish to fry. You know what I'm saying? Like Nike's going after Warren Lotus because he's the bigger fish to fry. Like if I'm gonna make this a racial argument, I'm going after a Nike and Adidas first because there's a lot of people in front of Kai when it comes to taking advantage of black people. Like, bruh.
100%.
That list is about
politicians.
2 miles long. Right. So, like, there was literally about to be a protest on Adidas Village this year for how they treat. Matter of fact, there's a story. This kind of segues into it, where they just had to change out the HR lady because the previous HR lady was just so tone deaf to racism. Let me go to it. Adidas appoints new HR chief following employee complaints of racism. An article written by Samantha McDonald for Footwear News. Adidas has appointed Amanda, I'm about to butcher her name, Rajkumar, as new head of human resources after employee complaints over racism at the firm led Karen Parkin, former global head of HR, to exit in June. Amanda's appointment comes just 4 months after.
Will be a Karen.
That's the same thing I said.
They need to put my man Hakeem Akbar from the YMCA in charge of HR. He had no computer systems up and running. Your bots won't work. Nothing.
Let's see. Amanda's appointment comes just after.
You gotta watch New Jack City to catch that joke. He was over the computer system for the drug cartel of the apartment structure. So
Amanda's appointment comes just over 4 months after Karen stepped down from her post after 23 years at Adidas. Ooh. Her resignation followed weeks of unrest at the company. Weeks of unrest. And actually, it was longer than that. It was actually years of unrest, but whatever. Unrest at the company that stemmed from years-long challenges surrounding its diversity and inclusion efforts, amplified by the death of George Floyd, which sparked nationwide tension over racial equality in the United States. In early June, a 13-member coalition representing more than 200 Adidas employees had cited comments Karen made last year, which she said to have described concerns over racial disparities as noise and suggested that Adidas did not need to take action at the criticisms I'm sorry. She called the concerns over racial disparities as noise and suggested that Adidas did not need to take action as the criticisms were present only in the brand's North America offices. An internal memo sent to staffers in the middle of that month showed Karen expressing regret for her commentary, after, it became public. Everybody wants to be sorry after the fact, right? She said that she should have chosen a better word, but choosing a better word, if the intent is still there, it doesn't matter what word you use. No, if you call it noise or anything else, if your intention is to say that racism is not something that needs to be addressed and it needs to be ignored, calling it noise or any other noun or verb you want to use still
Riff-raff.
Yeah, whatever. It still has the same intent. So I don't know. It's not about the word. It's about your attitude towards the subject. But anyway. She said that she should have chosen a better word in describing how the company viewed issues of race. Following Karen's departure, Adidas CEO Casper Warstedt had assumed responsibility for the department on an interim basis. Adidas tapped Amanda to lead the HR department starting next year. She joins the team from French-based BNP Paribas, where she most recently served in the same role for its Americas division. Amanda also previously worked for J.P. Morgan for nearly a decade in various senior HR management positions. She started her career in 1993 as a research psychologist. Additionally, Amanda would join the company's board of directors, where she would be responsible for global human resources. So, step in the right direction. We'll see.
Did you read part of her apology? Because
I'm
reading some of it now.
Read some of it.
Well, this is the one line. Looks like she wrote in her apology where she said, "Should I have offended anyone? I apologize."
You did. That's the whole point of you stepping down, dummy.
Well, no, that was before.
If.
And I was just like,
come on, bro.
So it looks like somebody, it says, because I'm reading off the New York Times.
If you offended somebody.
It says, one employee responded on the internal messaging system. You're willing to acknowledge your handling of the response was wrong, but cannot take full ownership and give a sincere apology.
100%. If I offended somebody, you offended somebody. Hence the apology.
I mean, that's...
Come on, man.
I mean, it's...
So when it comes to shit like that...
I will say this is America, but she's British, so... I mean, this is the world that we live in.
Yeah.
People are tone deaf. They
Very tone deaf.
They refuse to see what's going on outside their window.
Yeah, because in her mind, in her world, everything is just going smoothly. So, any friction that she doesn't have to deal with, she's not trying to. So, like racism, she ain't got to deal with racism, so therefore she ain't trying to hear about it.
Oh, yeah, because remember, it's noise.
Yeah, it's noise to her.
Yeah.
It's a way of life for us, you know what I'm saying, as far as what we have to deal with. So, and I've been hearing a lot about that. I mean, because we've been talking about this issue. We've been talking about these issues for a couple of years now, and I've been hearing her name a lot and how people would be making their complaints to her. What's the point of having an HR department that, basically ignores the issue? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you try to go to HR, you're dealing with racism, you're dealing with the lack of diversity and inclusion. You try to go to HR to address these issues, and just to have them turn a deaf ear to you. What's your next step? How are you supposed to feel?
Under Armour HR?
Nope, not going political. Nope.
See, I see you just bubbling over there. But no, that's what
I have to. The Supreme Court nominee that we're dealing with right now.
Yeah,
literally ruled that the excessive use of the N-word in the workplace does not constitute a hostile work environment.
So imagine her being an HR, let alone Supreme Court justice.
Supreme Court justice.
Exactly. So
just saying.
We living in a scary time right now, and it's just frustrating because that's what led to a lot of stuff at Adidas. When you have a race of people or a group of people going unheard.
But Caesar, they've got that great song by Run DMC. They encourage black people.
In the 80s. In the 80s. Even things weren't good back then either. However,
sorry, I had to pull out my Eddie Murphy white guy voice for this.
But it's one of those things where it's like, what do you think is going to happen when you have people trying to legitimately address these issues internally through you? They're trying to go through these channels and these checkpoints just for you to ignore them. That frustration is going to bubble up over years, to the point, like I say, they almost had a protest. And it was funny to me when Nike and Adidas did that whole tweet and retweet and how they were just high-fiving each other. Like, we ended racism, look at this. And 2 days later, news, protest at Adidas Village. And I'm like, obviously, that retweet does not embody the overall attitude at your company. So you need to do something. Instead of tweeting, how about you actually have conversations with the people that work in your company?
But wasn't that Adidas that came out with their press release and said that they were going to look to hire more African American and Latino?
Everybody talked all that shit.
No, but I'm saying, remember, they put out the big press release saying that they were going to open up the diversity for their workforce on an executive level.
Yeah.
But yet you're basically you're going so far not to terminate your HR person.
No, they did. They got rid. Well, she stepped down.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she wasn't fired. She
stepped down.
It was me in Catholic school. I wasn't kicked out. I was invited not to re-enroll for the following year.
Exactly. Hey, look, go away for a little bit just because we got to get our shit together.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, I just find that to be it's funny because we give all the shoe companies shit all the time. But it's kind of like...
Which we should be able to do. Like, if I can sit there and say, okay, you made a dope product or this is a dope release, I should also be able to say, you know what? You're not living up to your own.
What I'm saying is Adidas they basically put their hand out there and said, hey, look at us. This is what we're going to do. But yet, 5 months later, you still can't get it right. You're still not listening to your employees.
Talking to a lot of people at these companies, because everybody made all these promises during the summer at the height of Black Lives Movement protests and whatnot. Everybody made all these promises and stuff, and talking to a lot of people at these companies, they finding it that a lot of momentum has died off because the news cycle has moved on. On top of that, a lot of them don't know what to do. So they made these promises, but they don't know how to move forward with those promises and initiatives. And so it's very frustrating because it's like, look, there are people out there that you could reach out to. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sit there and do it alone. Like, if you want to know what the black community is thinking, how about you actually talk to people in the black community? I remember had somebody reach out to me, like, we're trying to reach more women. What do you think? Did you think about talking to a woman? Like, did you actually consider reaching out to a woman and seeing what they think?
They asked you?
Yeah, like, what do you think we should do? Talk to a woman. Like, what you asking me for? You know what I'm saying? Like, simple shit. But, and Nike's not immune from this, too. Like, just last December, they had a protest, because they dedicated a building to a guy that just was accused for treating his female athletes like...
Well, wasn't that they had the protest,
like
but
shit.
Then they were encouraging... they had the lady going around passing out.
Yes, in a camo hat or something. Yeah, she was passing out pamphlets or letters. Telling, so Under Armour had their issues way back when. Great parties, but other than that,
I just need just one party.
I know. I just want to go to one party. Just one.
Let's just call him direct, straight out.
Right, call KP,
Kevin.
man.
Call P.
Call
KP.
KP, man.
I'll
him up.
reach
Plank.
out or send an email like, hey, this is Dunks on behalf of Sneaker Box. I have this idea. I'll pick, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they might not listen to you, but they'll listen to him.
You'd be surprised.
Well, he's on that top 28 list.
I get people interested in working or doing stuff with us all the time. We just
I
don't
almost wish I
follow
didn't
up.
show you that list. Honestly, I really...
You showed the world.
Oh, speaking of which, I mean,
On
since
which
we're talking
account?
about it,
Here we come.
since we're talking about it, I do want to say thank
I
you.
wasn't going to bring it up, but...
No, real talk, though. Real talk.
Ring the bell on
Yeah.
him ahead of time.
Play the drum roll.
Real talk, though, I do want to say thank you to Business Insider for being featured in that article. Was it the top 28 people of color?
Fuck, you don't even remember what you was in?
I'm dog. Can you let me finish?
He was in the Business Insider or the '92 Finals.
Oh, man.
Honestly, there was some confusion. They heard it was B.I. They thought they needed a black guy.
See, they influence you now. See, like that's. But anyways, shout out to Business Insider for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it was honestly a shock. I didn't know, because we do the show, and I do other things. Not that I do a lot of things that a lot of people don't know that I do in the backgrounds because I'm not necessarily looking to get attention or credit for
Mark
it.
Parker called Business Insider like, I know this guy. He does a podcast out of Detroit.
I got the perfect guy for you.
He wears red hats all the time. You should go to his number.
No, that was the dope part about it because when I asked, I'm like, yo, like, how did I end up in this? And she said, you got to be nominated, and they selected you.
Just modeling for Mitchell and Ness.
And so,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, man, I missed them videos, man. You got to bring them back, dog.
They might come back. I actually got a text from somebody.
You got to do some winter ones, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you though. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Dietrich first. I'm telling you, I'm doing some Dietrich Furs, Mitchell and Ness commercials. But no, that would be dope, like a Mitchell and Ness fur jacket. But anyway,
Man,
it was a huge.
You gonna kill that horse if you try.
Hell yeah. But It was a huge honor, though.
Gonna look like a Anita Baker and Isaiah Thomas at the same time with a Mitchell and Ness Dietrich fur jacket on.
Oh man.
But no, it was a huge honor, though, to be nominated by people in the industry. It's nice to be noticed and people paying attention and stuff. I took this whole year, since we were down from doing the show, I was like, I got to do something. So I took a lot of this time to, put together a lot of projects and a lot of initiatives and was blessed and fortunate to do those things. And so for people within the industry to notice and nominate me, it was a huge honor, and in a way, it kind of validates. Ever since
that's cool, dude. I mean, it's always a good thing to hit a list like that.
Especially like with business. Like it ain't like some obscure newspaper
well,
that
and
nobody
it's,
heard
and it's
of.
one of those things where like it's not because there are a lot of
Like the Birmingham Gazette.
No. There are a lot of publications like that where you're not making that list unless hey, I'm on the list and suddenly there's a half-page ad for my thing in there. There's totally like they're not like that, which is very cool.
Yeah, so it was definitely an honor and to be
on
the list.
You got to subscribe to that.
Hell yeah, that was the problem. They had that paywall.
Yeah.
But
because I can't even find the article.
But to be on that list with other people.
I try to read it when they go faint. I try to read a little bit of it.
Send it, but he doesn't subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, can you send us your code so we can subscribe?
But to be on there with the people that were on that list, you got VPs of Nike and Reebok and all these different Foot Locker and stuff. So it was like it was real dope.
the people I've been in the room with.
No, but like Jazzaray was on there, Sean Williams was on there. Obviously, Dwayne Edwards was on there.
All the people you cool
Jason
with.
Maiden was
all
on
people
there.
You cool with, bro.
Right.
People you cool with. Bubba
I mean, you
Shoulders
try to reach out to these people. And,
You know what? I am so humbled that I get to sit across from you
like-
every
that's
Thursday.
Exactly. That's like
bullshit.
That's like saying oh man, I saw Jay-Z on the Forbes list. Then Kanye was on there. Then Bleak was on there. Then Young Chris was on there. Then, yeah, that's why Rockefeller thing.
Hey man, and then C's was on there.
I've been told you was an influencer, man. So hey man, I didn't name you influencer.
Anyway.
I didn't name you bot topic. You
Thanks,
know what I'm saying?
Shoshana.
So,
I love you. Thank you for that article. It was dope.
hey man.
Real quick, I want to get into this real quick. I know we only got so much time. I do want to touch on this because I knew it. I fucking knew it when it happened. That whole Travis Scott McDonald's collab, I knew something was fishy because it seemed like that collab came seemingly out of nowhere. And it made absolutely no sense because usually when there's a collaboration, right, there's a product or something tangible that people can collect, right?
They bought the food.
So
There were 3 days
Time out.
of merch drops on his website.
Yeah, on his website, like the shirts and shit. My point is, there was like when you went to McDonald's, there was no toy, there was no special meal. That meal already existed.
And it wasn't a Happy Meal.
It wasn't a Happy Meal.
Listen what I'm saying. It wasn't like some type of special meal. It wasn't like he made his own burger or anything. That burger already existed. They just changed it from the bacon cheeseburger.
Sauce.
They changed it from a bacon cheeseburger to a Travis Scott. That would be like me coming out with a collab and it's basically the playoff 12s. Instead of calling it the playoff 12s, now you call it the
he
season
did it with the
12s.
Jordan 1s. I mean,
So what do you call the J Balvin meal?
It's a Big
Trash.
Mac.
Big Mac with a Frosty.
No,
Trash.
it's a Big Mac with
With a
no
McFlurry.
pickles with a McFlurry,
Same
which is
bullshit.
free if you order on the app right now.
Well, point is, it was a bullshit collaboration. I knew something didn't sit right with that whole thing. And kind of find out, I may have been right, but for a much sinister reason. New reports suggest that McDonald's Travis Scott deal was to possibly cover up discrimination lawsuits. An article written by Zoe Johnson for XXL Magazine claims it surfaced that McDonald's is using partnerships, like the one with Travis Scott, to cover up longstanding issues within the company. Recently, Vice Media released a new report suggesting McDonald's recent collaboration with Travis Scott and Latin artist J Balvin were allegedly put in place to thwart racial discrimination lawsuits the company is currently facing. Being that Travis is a black rapper with a large following in hip-hop, the report alludes to the fact that the collaboration between the rapper and the fast food franchise could be used to mask claims of mistreatment by former black employees who have taken legal action against the company. One lawsuit filed by 2 former executives in January of 2020 claims that McDonald's conducted a ruthless purge of its black leaders and fostered a hostile and abusive work environment for black executives and franchise owners. Another lawsuit filed in September is comprised of 52 black franchise owners who claim to have been subjected to systemic and covert racial discrimination since the 1980s, as reported by the Washington Post. Chin Zhao, a senior lecturer in history at the University of Sydney, made a similar claim in September detailing McDonald's ongoing racial discrimination issues. An article published by the Washington Post, Chin explain how McDonald's has allegedly used black and brown consumers over the years, while I'm reading too fast. McDonald's is allegedly used.
You need you need to pay somebody to read that for you.
Yeah, it
Influencer.
I'm
sounds
waiting
like
for this shout out Detroit
Hold on.
Public Schools.
They allegedly use black and brown consumers over the years while simultaneously sabotaging workers of color. He says McDonald's should be in the doghouse when it comes to African Americans right now. This Travis Scott juggernaut has been so successful at obfuscating other McDonald's-related news items. In response to the claims made against the popular fast food chain, a rep for McDonald's said in a statement, any claim that McDonald's collaboration with Travis Scott was launched in response to recent litigation is completely false. We teamed up with Travis and our newest celebrity partner, J Balvin, because of their love for the McDonald's brand. Nobody loves McDonald's like that. Shut up.
Well, J
No,
Balvin's
the
publicly
people who
said
love
that he
McDonald's.
hates McDonald's.
That's what I'm saying. Like they just love McDonald's so much they just couldn't wait to work with
Did
you.
it for the money.
Hold on. So they said because of the love for the McDonald's brand, the widespread appeal, and the loyal following among our younger customers and crew. In regards to the litigation, these allegations fly in the face of everything we stand for as an organization and as a partner to communities and small business owners around the world. Not only do we categorically deny the allegations, but we are confident that the facts will show how committed we are to the diversity and equal opportunity of the McDonald's system, including across our franchisees, suppliers, and employees.
I'm going to McDonald's. I've heard
Bullshit.
it too many times. I'm fine.
I mean, I had a question I was going to ask Dave, but I forgot.
While it's unclear when Travis Scott officially inked the deal with McDonald's, the announcement of the partnership follows public outrage stemming from police brutality and the lives taken at the hands of law enforcement, such as George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. And looking at that now and looking back, or reading that and looking back now it makes sense. Now it makes sense how that whole thing came about, why it seemed so rushed, why it seemed to come out the blue, why it seemed like nothing really came out of it other than stupid-ass Travis Scott or Cactus Jack McDonald's T-shirts. And they had a whole bunch of idiots showing up at McDonald's drive-thru screaming,
Cactus
Travis
Jack.
Scott sent me. So that's why the whole thing seemed trite and trivial to me in the
my
whole
thing
beginning.
is, but that how you describe that's every Saturday.
What? Oh, yeah, I agree.
So I mean, it's not,
Nothing
bro. I
new.
mean, to you, it may remember you can't. Your lens is different from the average consumer lens. Like they don't see things like we see things. So yes, it may. Seem
Only thing
like,
I would say to that is I do think we've reached a point now where we see these collaborations and we've convinced ourselves or we've turned ourselves into such a buyer generation that we don't stop to say, what are they selling me?
Hold on. I
Bro,
dropped
everybody's
like
collaborating with
$30 on a cardboard like Happy Meal box.
You proud of that?
You got problems.
No, I'm just saying like it's relevant.
You proud of that, though?
Well, here's
No,
the other,
no, I
but,
think it's
but here's the other
hilarious.
part too. With McDonald's, who's always in McDonald's commercials?
Black folk.
Who do they market to?
Black folk.
So that's a
Yeah.
tributary. The cereal with
Exactly.
Travis Scott. Jordan did it with Saturday. They ran and to
That's,
me,
just,
I
that's
just-
what
I
they
agree.
do.
But
I
I'm
see
just
more
saying.
connection with him and his meal than I do an honest connection with
But
him and his meal than I
to
do with
me-
him and his Jordans
but-
because he wasn't really known for Jordans.
I agree they've been
So-
doing it, but my whole point is the timing of this particular collaboration.
Oh, I give you
didn't
that
seem-
for sure. Like you said,
the
it
whole
felt
collaboration
rushed.
seemed like,
Rushed.
why are we doing this?
Yeah.
And now that we know why they're doing it, yeah, it's like, yo, like, fuck that collaboration. I'm like, if that was the point, like, you got black people working for these companies.
I didn't even know that Travis Scott was black. I had no idea who the hell. I had no idea who the hell he was. Like that was the thing. So like what I've learned is now that's the McDonald's version of. But I have a black
so
friend.
Can you,
Yes,
can
that's
you,
exactly what it is. Thank you, Dave,
can you
for surmising.
can you blame the shoe brands for doing that? Because
Yeah.
when you say Nike did that, when that Jordan Flow, whoa, our business leaking out. Here goes some more restocks.
Yeah,
Here goes some more that
but we call it out though when we see it, don't we?
not the cover up. We call it what they happen.
No, we call it cover-ups. If Nike was if Nike was getting sued, like Adidas Village, if they was like, okay, we get all this bad press, let's do a collaboration with J Balvin just because that's the top of my
They
head.
dropped for real
That's-
human
that's-
racers. What you
Exactly,
think?
but that's my point though. Like,
The
that's-
Beyonce, the Ivy Park collection.
that was something that was ongoing.
That was
before.
long before that.
Yeah, but still, but again, don't you think the timing of it?
No, brands definitely do that, but I'm just saying. But that doesn't mean that we don't call it out because it's been happening.
before though.
That would be like saying, okay,
What?
well, people been murdering, so why are we going to talk about this particular murderer? Well, it's news.
Burgundy dirt swishes.
What?
Trying to
Anyway,
get back
long
to
story
sneakers.
short, I'm not eating a McDonald's, definitely not because of that shit.
Man, yeah, because you wait for the hour and they gave you 15 nuggets. It was supposed to be 20. You drove back. You told me about that story.
No,
You
that
know
was
what it
10 nuggets first off. And then on top of that, But
He was supposed to get extra 5, really. He just didn't tell you that.
But
part.
real talk, though, I mean, on a serious note, like, to know that that's the issue that's going, because I didn't know about these lawsuits.
Hey,
I didn't
did
know
he
about.
tell you the lace bags are going to be sauce packets?
Oh my God, I did not know these real issues were going on. I didn't know they were getting sued by their franchisees and their employees. And if that's the real issue, I'm definitely not about to. Like, why would I want to eat at a brand that doesn't care enough about their own people?
Which one of the fast food places do care?
No, I'm saying because
Shoe company
time out.
places.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Housing market.
Listen to what
Are
I'm
you
saying.
saying because you know?
I know this is going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Burger King is doing or not doing. If I find that they're doing that, I'm pretty sure. Listen, first of all, I'm sure. Huh?
Have you bought any Adidas or Reeboks lately?
No. I'm sure. No, I haven't. I'm sure that this is going on in other places. I'm not saying this is inherently a McDonald's thing, but because I specifically know that it's happening at McDonald's now, okay.
Do you know what's happening at Nike? Like mistreatment of people of color?
Yeah, but they're actually trying to do something. I would say this about Nike from what I've been hearing from a lot of employees, because one of the things I've been mad about is because the news cycle has moved on, my fear is that people will, like I said, all these promises they made, people will move on and forget about the promises that were made, and then these brands will do absolutely nothing because nobody's going to hold their feet to the fire. So for what I've been hearing, Nike has been doing the best job of trying to change things. Not saying that it's done or complete, and there's not more work to be done, but they are doing the best job out of anybody I've been talking to lately.
Yeah, they dropping Travis Scott collabs.
Not even that.
McDonald's took
Just
the formula.
internally, they're doing a lot of things. I mean, they are laying off a lot of people too right now, but internally they're doing a lot of things. And I don't even say Adidas is trying to. I feel like they have more ground to cover, but they're trying to too. Reebok, there's a lot of gray area there. I don't know.
Man, but they're still a subsidiary of Adidas, so I mean,
yeah,
it's the same.
Honestly, you know who's doing the best job? Converse.
Who was a subsidiary of?
Before
Who's the CEO of Converse? The black
guy. Yeah.
Before we run out of time, you know Li Ning?
Yes.
They're venturing into the skateboard world, and they just signed Eric Ellington, who I recently mentioned. He came up with Andy Reynolds, who's now on Vans, and also maybe you guys are familiar with Kareem Campbell. He's resurrecting Axion Footwear, which just announced they're coming back.
What's up?
The thing is going to add like 6 straps, 4 lace ropes, a thick sole, and say kickflip grind on the rail.
I want to like
Kickflip
Lenings, but
grind.
sometimes they make it hard.
You seen that fashion show that they did where they was releasing some of their new footwear?
I'm straight.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Like one of them actually looked like a Yeezy, and I was like, "Come on, don't go down this path."
I like what they're doing. I didn't even really know who they were till I saw their little stand or booth at Complex Con, and I think they're getting involved with Rick Ross after Reebok let him go for date rape jokes.
And they decided that's the guy to pick up.
I think Dwayne
All right.
Wade did that.
And
anyway.
on that note,
Yeah.
I'm
getting summoned.
that deal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On that note, this is episode 271. Glad to have the whole crew back. Guru, fresh from the Lakers parade. We'll see you guys next week. We out. Love